everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode with us, Ginton Dice. I don't know why, like, I'm looking like right here at nothingness, like I'm staring at just like a little blank spot, and I'm just like staring at it like that's the audience, when I could be looking at you guys. God,
With the audience.
We're not good enough to be audience. He's just like, you guys suck too much. I'm not even gonna look at you.
Well, rude.
We
I
don't care.
know.
I feel offended.
Do what you want.
Y'all don't like me.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome everybody. Glad for you all to whoever actually watches us. If somebody watches us, thank you for joining. I don't blame anybody who doesn't watch us at all. But we're not here to be watched. We're here to tell an awesome story. So, where were you guys last left off?
We're like less popular Dune.
Dune? Anyways, so you guys made it to the desert tips where there was an obelisk that you guys were heading to, and you found a actually pretty easy and convenient way to get some of you guys there a lot quicker. Elise, you transform, took Garbu with you, and head to the desert tips as fast as you can using, of course, some of your spell slots, but you no, I don't think so. You were using a lot of wild
Shapes.
Yeah. And anyways, you got there and then told Clarence, who activated his cube of teleportation and brought everybody else there. You guys went in, kind of looking around, and did face off against two interesting creatures that gave off the resin vibes, but took them out and kind of looked at the obelisk and discovered that it had already been activated. You guys then went ahead and still tried to see if you can perceive the history that it would give, which it gave, of the two dragons that were intertwined while one flying. Turned out it was a combat where Bahamut of that time was pretty much fighting and ended up sacrificing himself to take out this third kind of like dark silverish gray dragon by Tiamat. And so with a lot of kind of pieces and puzzles slowly clicking, Elise brought up a interesting point about X, about what if, as he is almost like one of the only people who kind of knows a little bit about this third dragon, what if he was like part of a reincarnation ritual of sorts? Which brought up a decent debate. Come to find out that X just almost poofed into existence. He was never physically born. And kind of started a pretty heated conversation as the voice was stating of a bunch of lies that she told him to kind of pacify him, to make him feel as though one of the tribe, even though he was a complete mystery. X and Clarence was about to go into it, as Clarence stated that it looked like he was threatening Garbu and decided to step in. Elise, you managed to defuse the situation, somewhat forcing X to go outside, where you followed and kind of got a little bit more, I guess, more of a personal side of him that hardly anybody, if anybody, ever really saw. And because you continue to reach out to him and continue trying to show support, as Clarence went outside as well, but to take his frustration out on the rocks, that, like, it looks like somebody just got beaten into the side of the rocks. X went over there, apologized, and as Clarence asked about kind of like anger management issues, X tried to explain the best that he could from his point of view. And there, as the rest of you are sleeping, and of course Elise, one of the biggest part, as you went to pretty much try to look at the sky, receiving a final farewell note from your patron, who seemed to have already made their transition to a whole nother aspect for themselves. You take your note, head inside, and if not, all of you go to sleep. So, I don't believe anybody was doing anything for the rest of the night.
Not that I'm aware of.
And I usually do this. I usually go ahead and move us the next day, so I think I did do that. So we're starting on day 4 of the 7th month.
Long rest.
Yes, everybody
I
can.
think we already did it though.
Well, if you can do it anyway. If
Yeah,
you feel
okay,
like
I
you
don't
didn't,
remember.
it doesn't matter. So as the rest of you kind of start to wake up, you don't really have tents per se. You probably have a little sections here and then, unless you guys specify different. Most of the tents kind of went into kind of blocking the entrance to kind of keep a lot of the desert wind out, so you guys can kind of sleep somewhat peacefully. Aeth, as you awaken and kind of, go through your morning rituals of trying to wake up, you notice that there is a somewhat small, kind of like box, like a delicate, engraved box. Kind of even like touch it and rub your hand on it, and you can feel the Blades of Light symbol that was on it.
I'll slowly open it.
Okay, all of you die. That's it. Game over. Next campaign.
Nice.
You're welcome,
Alright,
guys.
guys.
Time for a redneck character.
Bow, 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 now,
All
now.
right, so
We're gonna start this campaign in the swamp.
joke's on you. That's exactly where you're starting.
The swamp of Joseph's mind.
Oh god, it's very mucky.
I got
Anyways.
a character with 2 banjos, one for playing and one's for killing.
It's actually pretty cool.
I know.
Don't make me get my killing banjo out.
want to see that now. God, that actually, you don't know how close that
Actually
is.
sounds-
It's like, dude, like,
That's actually pretty close to an idea I had for one of my characters. I'm like, that's actually really cool. Anyways, so you open the box and there is
In the box.
about like there was about like 2 pieces of paper, kind of like scrolls in there, and you can feel like a medallion of sorts, and something else. But what do you want to start with? The papers, the medallion, or the something else?
I'll start with the papers.
Okay. So you kind of like unravel the papers, and you kind of start to hear this in your mind as a kind of like an activation of the spell. And you hear the voice of your guildmaster, Tristani.
Who's this
Hello
asshole?
there, Alucard. I've been meaning to send you this, and actually, hopefully had a conversation with you. But seems as though this might be the best that both of us can do in our short of time. I noticed and wanted to congratulate you on the retrieval of the real shield, the emblem shield. I think it took a lot of bravery, courage, and probably a lot of luck to be able to retrieve that from the Nameless King. You also have my gratitude. The fact that you returned it back to at least the guild's original owner. And I'm happy that it is back with us where it belongs. This letter that I'm sending you is actually my farewell letter. To keep it simple, I am unable to continue holding back this swarm that's outside of the hall. And of course, with the dead now slowly marching its way, I feel as though I would be unmatched to contain both of those war parties. Hello, there,
Guten
good sir.
Tag!
America.
Hell yeah. God, to ruin the moment. Okay. And of course, keep the beast back. The swarm has slowly continued of making its way into the guild. Not enough to harm the beast, but enough to continue feeding it. I do not think that is their goal or intentions, but they don't know what they're doing. I know this beast was after you and your comrades, and hopefully this serves as a warning that this might be coming your way if it still, I guess, follows your scent or direction. But as I said, I won't be able to keep this up much longer. I have already anointed Bill the new guild master. And he is already aware and agreed that our new champion should be Mr. Alucard himself. You have done a
What's the
lot.
other guy called again? That guy should come back.
Wildstar.
You have done a lot just in these past couple of weeks and months, and continue to have proven yourself. If you do accept this position, I hope you accept the new emblem that we created. It's the new symbol that I would hope that would reach out to everybody who needs it. The other scroll in there is a reward if you do accept it. If you accept the position. It would hopefully something that would prove useful. I know you haven't had a lot of time of practice in the guild and chose a more distant path, but your directness has said a lot in volumes. So thank you. Keep traveling with your comrades. Make strong bonds. And hopefully find a way to end this. And bring peace back to the land. And you just kind of feel like the connection ends.
This message will self-destruct in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh no, there wasn't a
Yeah,
timer.
that's-
It just explodes.
If you choose to accept this mission, oh, no choice then.
Dead. Yeah.
He forgot there was
That
supposed to be a
Tristani.
timer after. Yeah, Tristani. There was supposed to be a timer,
timer was during
after the message, but it was going through the message. It's like, oh yeah, at the very end. P.S. I put a 5-minute timer, but it's like oh, the whole message was 4 minutes and 59 seconds.
Oh shit! Fuck you, wizards.
All right.
Suddenly Aya dies in the corner and explodes. Oi!
You just hear a little poof.
Poof.
Oh, no dramatic explosion. Aya is flying across the room.
Okay. I'm gonna look over and see if everyone else is getting ready or not.
Yeah, everybody else is, kind of doing their morning rituals. Whether it's eating first, getting equipment on, putting a lot of their stuff back in their bags, whatever that they use to sleep, they're just pretty much getting ready for today's journey.
Elise,
A small
Huh?
fraction of my armor on.
can you come over here real quick?
You got to super glue it all together again.
All the knuckles.
I will help him.
We need to keep track of how much super glue you have to use.
Wait, I need to roll
I use
something.
hot glue. Are you kidding?
Isn't there like a specific D&D item that is
Okay.
super adhesive or something?
Yeah, there is.
What is
Oh,
it
You
called?
can only. I don't know what it's called, but you can only separate with a wish spell.
That's what
oh
it is, yeah.
God.
Anyway, I'm at least hops over with trying to put a shoe on. She did not fall on her face. Good. I rolled a dex saving to see if it would fall on my face. Tried to put a shoe on.
Easy enough.
Sovereign glue.
Honestly, you could have just done acrobatics just as you're
Yeah,
trying
but
to
it's
hop
just-
over.
It's the same roll.
Fair enough.
Uh-huh.
What do you want?
I hand her the letter.
It
Okay.
explodes. Ah!
As he does go to hand it over, you notice that it's already kind of like drying up to like crumbling dust.
As she holds it in her hand as it crumbles, she's like, I think you need to
It's
retell
done.
me what's in it.
Tristani gave me a letter,
Uh-huh.
and he's asking me to be the new champion for the Blades of Light.
Yeah, what's left, I suppose.
Well, he also did warn that the creature that's in Zepham, he might not be able to hold it back much longer.
Can I hear them?
Depends if
Roll
What's
me a
your-
perception check.
what's your just passive.
Like 11 or 13. Let me double check.
But you don't have 23 passive perception.
11.
I would say you can kind of hear them murmur. You'd probably if you want to actively listen.
No, I was just gonna, as an aside, go. You have the shield. I mean, you are basically the champion already.
You just hear like a little bit more clanging noises as you're helping Garwood just put all the armor back on.
Clang.
And you realize, and Garwood probably doesn't, but you realize a lot of the pieces of armor that he puts on is constantly put in a different place every time he puts it back on. It's always
There's-
just different.
We should label like A1, B2. There's no system, is there? Are you just are there? This is a
Not
buckle.
like I'm an expert blacksmith and know how to make a suit of armor or anything.
I know. But literally, what are we doing here, man?
I don't know.
Well,
These
God.
ones just
I mean,
cover your nipples?
No, the cheeks.
Oh, okay.
The day
No,
before
I-
that, though, it was the elbows. Anyways,
anyway.
Well, that's what the letter said. He was letting me know about, well, everyone in the group know about the that he might not be able to hold that creature back much longer. So
Yeah,
we
that's
might have to worry
problematic.
about that. Yeah. Imagine.
Well, I guess maybe with that shield you can do something about it. I don't know.
I have no idea. I've never really thought of myself as a champion.
I mean, Wildstar was a champion. I mean, that's debatable as well.
Yeah, but he was using it for other reasons.
Yeah, tell me about it. I mean, it's up to you. Like, if you want to.
At least till this war is over, and I think we'll see what happens with that if we live or die.
I mean, if we lose, then there's nothing. So
Yeah. I guess I'll accept it. Comes with a medallion, apparently.
how does it even work? It's like there's no guild left anymore. It's like literally you, Bill, and some leftover people, I suppose.
I guess Tristani's hoping for something to rebuild afterwards.
Mm. Are gonna be the Blades of Drowning this time?
The stone
I have no
blade.
idea.
The Blades of Water, so you have to change. You have to change every time. Like first was stone, then light, and now you need to change to something else. You need to rebrand.
Water? Aren't you
Blades
worried that
of
I might
fire.
drown?
Ocean won't like that. Listen, 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 listen. Ocean
You have your armor on yet?
will not like that. I know I can be pretty dumb, but like wisdom is sometimes a good thing for me. Ocean will not like that.
Let's see what the acceptance letter would be, I guess. Do you want to read it?
It's another letter.
Yeah, second one, in case I accepted.
Make Garby read it.
Wait, are you supposed to read it? It's like I'm not you. Wait,
Wow,
like
look
so,
at my...
so,
Look at...
so what you're telling me is that you accept, and then you're like, but my friend is reading the letter for me, so you know.
I accept
Yeah,
to
there
be
you go.
half of somebody else.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll read it.
Should I,
If
should
you
I
don't...
open it? Should I open it and then think really hard, like I like it accepts, but I'm reading it, so you know letter. Should I do that?
If you... Do you want to do that, or do you want me to? And I'll
I
just
mean,
let you look at the medallion.
I can try it. I can try it.
Why not? I'll...
Like at least just shove the letter back in your hand. Are you stupid? I'm joking. Come on.
Well, I thought I'd just give you something to do.
No,
Since I called
I
you
mean,
over here for no
I've
reason.
had my own share of problems. You go deal with yours.
Fair enough. I opened the letter.
Okay. And so just double checking though, you are truly accepting the offer of, right?
Yeah, I am.
So as you do, as you open it up, at least you can see a bunch of symbols kind of like lighting up. And some of those might have seemed familiar in terms of just a little bit of kind of like druid knowledge here and there.
I speak Druidic, or I speak and read Druidic, Sylvan, Elvish, and Celestial. Those are my languages.
So you know that these are two spells, and you see kind of like the aura that's kind of coming off of it is like seeping into Aeth.
See, good thing I didn't open it.
So, oops, not this one. I need this one. Let me see if it's even in here. Because it probably is not, which means that's sad. Yep, that one is not in here, and okay. So Aeth, you feel this warmth coming in, and you just kind of understand the concept. You gain 2 new spells that you can add to your list.
Oh man.
Now, one of them is not on there, so we'll have to add that. But it is Aura of Life, And the other one is conjure woodland beings.
Hey, that's what I use.
So I will add that to your sheet.
Right. It's okay.
And there you go. What do you do? What are you doing?
Me?
Yeah, you.
But you're
I was just
telling
looking
about
at-
shit.
I was like, what are we
Ye-
doing?
Oh,
Like you're the fucking DM.
I'm-
You have to describe it in the letter. Like he's just looking at it. Like what's in the shit?
Hold on, he has trouble reading. He can't see the paper.
Fine, I'll read it for him.
um,
Why is this a written one?
Yeah, isn't that kind of like rude?
I mean, the first one wasn't written.
You wouldn't like yell instructions at a deaf guy.
the
not?
first letter was it read out to me. If that made sense. In Tristandi's voice.
I know you know why not, but I'm not gonna say anything.
I read the letter. I look at it and I'm like, hey, you're an asshole. Suck a
You
dick.
just have to use the bigger font for Ace to see. He can use his overhead sight and just like hold the paper above his head.
Doesn't work that way, guys. I'm sorry.
What if the font's big enough?
It's still be a little
So-
we're not doing this. I think I know some different spells now.
Was it? Nothing more?
Two of them. Not sure. Now I gotta look up challenge rating. Okay.
you can deal with that later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
you're like, oh champion, my champion. Now do we need to refer you as champion 8?
Please don't.
Oh champion, my champion.
I feel like you're enjoying this way more than I am.
I am not enjoying it. I just like to mess with you. It's part of the deal. I don't know what deal, but it's a deal. Oh,
Okay.
anyway, that to the side. Okay, you're a champion of the blades of light now. Good.
Yeah, I'll take out the medallion.
Okay.
Or
The medallion is just a new, where the previous one kind of had the, like, looks like swords kind of like crossing each other in a more like light tone of it. This one is just where one sword is, you can see, because it's about like the size of like a baseball, right? And you can see where there's looks like a hand on a hilt, and of course the blade is kind of cut off because of, you know, size, but it looks like light would have been coming from like the tip of the blade.
I'll try and get the medallion on.
Okay. Easy enough. What else?
Wasn't there one more thing in there in the
Yes.
box, or am I?
Yes, there was.
Alright, I'll kneel down to check the last one.
You kind of go and pull out just a hilt of a blade. There is no steel or anything to it. It's just the hilt itself.
See if anyone's got identify. Clarence or Garbu have that.
Nope.
Nope.
No.
I don't do that stuff no more.
I can do it.
I can
want to?
dance now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold the hilt out.
I'll grab it and immediately like swing it, and then I'll start identifying it.
Okay.
That's
Then
part
I'm
of the
gonna
ritual to
dance.
identify it.
I'm like shoot like a lightsaber.
You
I
make the
fall
noises
over
as
dead.
well.
I fall over dead pretending that he hit me.
So
Performance.
you're not too far off from like a lightsaber. It while the person's holding the hilt, if they, it's almost like you wish into being the blade part, as it would have extended this like radiating like blade part. So it's kind of like a light blade, if you will.
It's a lightsaber.
I'm just gonna call it a lightsaber.
No,
It's a
don't call it a lightsaber. 'Cause
Just is like, please don't do that.
it's
Lights.
Well, once I finish identifying, I'll just be like, and will it to ignite?
as it ignites. Oh, actually, you can't because it acquires attunement.
Oh, I'll try and do it, and I'll be like, oh, and then I'll be like, here, you have to attune to it.
I'll grab it. Okay.
Yeah, just attune to it, and then think, I want a sword while holding it. Like, just really
I might
think
have
hard
to
about it being a sword.
I'll have to unattune to one of my weapons, or to my scimitar.
Wow. Magic boy.
You have enough attuned items to need to unattune?
Yep.
Seems
I
that
have the
A is
scimitar.
loaded.
Scimitar, the shield, and the mask.
I mean, you don't need eyes, right?
Yeah, you were fine without them.
I understand that, but it's nice to be able to see things, whether it's not directly from my eyes.
Okay, how many fingers am I holding up?
How many is he holding up?
Trick
Two.
question.
2.
Garbu doesn't know how many fingers he's holding up.
7.
How many fingers do kobolds even have?
8?
On each hand?
No.
What?
Total.
What do you think they are, octopus finger people? Like, what the?
Yes.
No, 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 no.
Sounds more like
What?
Wi-Fi.
Oh.
Why do you think he has so many girlfriends?
Well, the grand total of 0.
Oh, wow. Does anybody want the Scimitar of Wounding?
What's
No.
it do?
Oh, man.
Wounds people. We just stab them.
Hit points lost to this weapon's damage can be regained only through a short and long rest, rather than regeneration magic or by any means. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack using a magic weapon, you can wound the target. At the start of each of the wounded creature's turns, they take 1d4 necrotic damage for each time you wounded it.
I mean,
See,
I don't
told you
really
so.
hit anything anyways.
I mean, I have to hit everything to do damage to it.
Maybe
You want the scimitar?
But isn't a scimitar like a low damage roll?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Is it even worth
Isn't
me
this-
switching out what I
No,
have?
I think a scimitar is like a
I think it's
d6.
like a
You're
short
stupid.
sword.
If it wasn't a scimitar, I'd be fine. So we're
I think
good.
it's basically a short sword reflavored, isn't it?
Yeah.
1d6. Yeah, it's 1d6.
No,
One
I'd
day,
lose D2.
one day crap.
Can you dual wield?
No, I don't want to dual wield.
I don't know.
I don't want to dual.
I mean, don't you
How
want to be
do you
cool?
have that trait?
I don't think you can anyway as a paladin.
You could.
You can.
Nah.
Everyone can dual wield.
Yeah.
I would much
Yeah.
rather just have the shield because I don't like getting poked as hard.
Mhm.
It's a
Why
new
not?
day, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
It's a new day.
How do I? That's
because
short rest.
I
How do roll?
believe the new day is the 4th now.
The tent.
So.
Okay, there we go. Because I was still missing my spell slots.
Would it be horrible if I gave this to Voice or no? Or we can go and sell it.
Yeah, actually.
I mean, you can
Money's
give it to the
way
voice
better.
if she wants to have a sword.
Does she know how to use it?
I don't know. Probably not.
We could give it to that wizard who's always whining about needing to eat magic items.
Who?
Who?
As he pop, I'm just kidding.
Like suddenly a hand comes out of the rock and we're like, ha! We like ignore it and walk away. Fuck you.
Aw. Gets
Ah.
slowly sucked back in the hole.
Oh. Yeah.
Anyways,
I'll unattune to the scimitar wounding, and then we could probably sell that at either in Gale or. I gotta. There we go. Now it's zoom in.
There you go.
It wasn't letting me zoom in earlier.
okay.
Or
Joke's on
Alice
you.
it.
Now we're going to
Does
Cruxburn, right?
We're going to
Does
Cruxburn?
the scimitar count as a simple weapon? Or
Well,
is it-
Scimitar might be a simple weapon.
Martial
I
weapon.
don't even think I would be able to.
Oh, a
use
scimitar martial weapon even.
I think it is a martial.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
can
don't
use
think Garb
martial
would even
weapons,
equip
but-
it.
Yeah, I can.
I'm
I
not.
don't know that I
Don't
want to.
bother with it. Just we just get rid of it at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just sell it. So I will unattune to that, and then unequip it. And, and
Heck,
equip
You
the.
want the scimitar of wounding?
Who?
As he looks at his fancy.
Yeah, X just like. I.
You know
think
what?
I
Yeah,
will
I'll
be
take it.
okay.
That'd be video game logic. Wait, it does how much more damage than my weapon?
Like he just
Ah,
sees
screw
red
this
text.
legendary
He
crap.
just sees red text everywhere. It's like such a downgrade. Just red
Yeah,
text
it's
everywhere. He's like, oh no, never mind.
Like he pulls his back out and it's just. God no. Puts it back and he's like.
It only has like one trait that's better, and it's like the carrying weight. Everything else is just
What do you mean I could have another hand free? The hell is this?
yeah, it could
I
be
don't-
your option.
I only wear this for cosmetic reasons.
It's like if it's not holding my sword or choking somebody, I don't want it. Anyways, so as the rest of you guys are continuing to get your stuff together, what and where and why are y'all doing?
Grip club.
Why?
We're supposed to
Wait,
go to Cruxburn, right?
What?
Cruxburn, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
We're not
what
going
I
to a
said.
strip club.
I didn't
Clarence, we're not
say
going to
that.
the
What's
strip
wrong with you?
No,
What?
I heard you.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I mean, the hillbilly dragon's up in Elisat, but we're going to Crux.
No, you didn't. Damn it.
No, the hillbilly dragon is hidden so deep we can't find it.
I want to make Bryce.
Okay, you want me to roll insight?
Do it.
Alright, fine, I'll do it.
Can I disadvantage the insight?
I literally cannot roll lower than a 9. I cannot roll lower.
Can you
12.
disadvantage it?
No.
Well, you know what? Sure. What is the disadvantage?
Or give me advantage?
No, I just
listen,
want to
I'm
see.
not good.
I just want to see AS disadvantage. I just want to
Yes,
see what would
do it.
happen.
Natural one.
You know what?
Come on. Come on.
I'll use an ability to try and give him disadvantage. As Ace starts trying to like
I'll do
think
mine at
about what
disadvantage too.
Clarence
There you
said,
go.
I'm just gonna just start throwing a tantrum beside him, basically, with grovel, cower, and beg,
Okay.
just screaming at the top of my lungs and throwing myself out.
Damn it.
Yeah, you got me. But you wanted a strip club too.
Maybe afterwards.
All right. Look, I'm a man now. I have different needs.
Were you not a man before?
No, I was like kind, like legally, yes, but like
I can say, didn't you like?
by definition, I was a
You
man.
slept with
by
you
the
slept with a
way-
blacksmithing.
By
in
the
Well,
way,
he
Cruxburn.
was
Og,
not a blacksmith.
Og said
He
he
was
was
a Fletcher.
he was looking forward to seeing you again.
No,
Yeah,
That's in
I
the
sent him
past.
a message.
you did what?
I sent him a message. He said he was looking forward.
You
to
didn't ask me if I wanted you to call my ex-boyfriend and be like, "Hey, what's up?
I was
Was he
more
your
or less
boyfriend,
trying to
don't quick?
see.
Is he good? Is
Was
he good?
Where
was
the
he a
city's
boyfriend or was
okay?
that more of
Was he okay?"
a night of passion?
He sounded bigger.
I don't want to know what that means because he was pretty big already.
Yes.
Oh, what do you mean? Yes.
Yes.
That's not an answer. Wait a minute. Why did you contact a guy I hooked up with?
Because I wanted to check on the city.
Like
Your
has wall of
best
stone around them.
avenue was to call a man that I
don't know
lathered
that
up with
many people
coconut
in the
butter.
city.
Huh?
I don't know that many people in that city. Most of the people I know from that city are not there or dead.
Fine. Did he say anything? Is he seeing anyone?
He sure did.
Did you check his Instagram for me?
Elise pulls out their phone.
It was pretty visceral.
Kinda inactive.
Man, this kind of
Oh.
sucks that my phone has facial recognition and doesn't recognize me.
What did you put? Why did you activate it before you lost your eyes? Then you dumb fuck.
It was a new phone. I was pretty happy with the advancement.
Anyways, what are you guys
Surprised
doing?
that the
Where are
I'm
you
sorry.
going?
Fires.
So I think we're going to
That's what I
Cruxburn.
Or
Yeah.
Redneck Dragon.
I'm pretty sure the advice that the dragon and Illicit would give me would just be something about like needing to take gold from people.
Are
Basically.
you sure you don't want to go to LSAT?
Yeah, sure. I'm sure I don't want to go to LSAT.
It will be fun, guys.
I don't believe you.
Nothing can go
X, we're not going.
wrong.
I swear to God, Twitter, we're not going to Ellison.
LSAT is not bad. It's not.
Is there a Redneck Dragon in Ellicott?
We'll
I'm-
only know if we go.
I'm debating.
He's gonna say yes just to get. He's
If
gonna say
you
yes
do,
to get us to go, and
we'll
then
go
there's
then.
not actually gonna
We
be
say
one.
Yes, we're going.
He's gonna say yes to get us to go, and then there won't be one.
Then you're basically giving me access to a wish spell.
All I'm saying is, even if he was there, like, you would still have to find him.
You said
I
if
don't-
we found the town that he was
Why don't- Why don't we ask an expert in Ellison?
Stop being like seduced by the DM. Like no, fuck the DM.
No, we know somebody that's in Gale that lives in Ellison. If you really,
Like guys, if we go
I
to
wouldn't know
LSAT,
somebody in
then
Ellicott right now.
yeah, I know two people, but it's like Rhea who you've met, and the orc lady who's like who runs the sex shop.
Did I meet that?
3.
Half-orc
What?
lady.
You know 3.
Anyways, I could send a
guys
message
went to a
to
sex
Rhea
shop?
and-
All the way at the start of the campaign, like literally first
I
session.
don't know this.
Well,
I was
the
only
sex
in
shop was at the festival, so you know.
Oh,
You're the only one who went there.
I was
I
the only
went
one who went there.
oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna say. I was like, I want to.
Anyways,
You were too busy following Gar wherever he went.
I could send Rhea a message and ask if there's a hillbilly dragon in Ellicott.
Fuck
You
that
could.
shit. Let's go to Cruxburn. Don't you want to see your fucking mother, you dumb fuck?
Yes.
Yeah, well then we go
Yeah.
there.
Let's just go there. And if you want to ask somebody, you can
And
ask
also,
Rhea
we
or
need to
Nick.
add to Aid's mental torment. The closer we get to Gale, the closer we get to Aid's mental torment.
What's in Gale?
His girlfriend.
His
My
sister.
sister.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Sisters in Gale?
Oh
Man,
God.
like,
Uh,
He's over there in the woods, dude.
that's
I walk away. I walk away from that one. That one is just like, nope.
oh boy.
Sweet Home Alabama?
like you do know that she almost killed Garbu, right?
Well,
Oh, she did. Well, no, she did kill Garbu.
she
Sorry,
did. He did
No,
go
no,
unconscious.
thank
He
you.
was having a seizure.
Yeah, she was like she was this close to killing Garbu.
That's
like-
why I want him to do it again, because it only gets better.
Arby, if you call her again, I'm gonna freak out.
Yeah, you're probably gonna have to like pull him back from the ground. You know what I mean?
Again.
Also, you
Again.
might want to be aware. You remember that thing that's in Zephyr? That we kind of got Tristani sealed in a tree?
Yeah.
Well, it might not be there much longer.
Yeah.
So that means that that thing is gonna soon. It might break free and come after us again.
Hey, when I died, did you all rip my tooth out like I had said to do if I ever died?
I look
No!
at Clarence.
We were under too much stress at the point.
I was
We were
dead
in a
while you
labyrinth.
were dead. It's not the same. Like I can't not be dead while you're dead and do the thing.
Shall we do it now? Shall we do it now then?
I have no memory of dying anyways. So.
I'm aware.
Sure. I look at X. Maybe we should do it now.
You
Get
wanna
that
kill
tooth
it?
out.
Wait. How many diamonds do we have?
4.
I can't at least
Alright, we're good.
diamond.
Yeah, let's do it.
Wait,
No.
are we seriously gonna do this?
Are you
Hold on,
sure
no.
about this?
Because
Because
I
like
don't know.
the little
know.
portal
I didn't
opens
remove
up
it.
and he's like,
How many times has he
I
been
won't
revived?
hold back.
Once.
He's only been revived once.
Are you?
You did it. You literally did it
Yeah,
yourself.
but like, well, you got to do the next one then.
Why me? What's the difference?
Well, cause I'll cry.
Just
Yeah, but
I mean,
X.
I know. I think the
Dwayne, do it.
I think the rest of the party knows, but Bryce, just in case if you don't know, if I didn't say this last time, I follow slightly different. So like this, if you cast Revivify on somebody, depends on how often they died. Depends on the DC.
Yeah, I
So,
don't want to do it this time for obvious out of game
Did X
reasons.
do it when I said Dwayne?
Because I
do
have
it?
a significant
Did you actually say
problem
that?
Yes.
with
We're
rolling
sitting here
good.
debating it.
Oh God, he's debating.
See
And
what
you
I'm
groveled,
saying?
cowered, and begged.
What? You know what? Just you.
3.
You rolled a 3.
To
So-
intimidate him.
He kind of
That's a
sits
very
there
intimidating.
as you said this, and like his eye twitches, and he's just takes a breath in. I will be outside if we're going to leave. Turns and
Let's go.
just walk away.
He's like, these idiots.
Would it be the dragon thing to do to just die?
I mean, I guess not, but like.
Okay, then why are
I'll
we
just
doing this?
Remove the tooth.
What? Yeah, that's on me.
What's
I
the
shouldn't have
whole
also
thing?
died. I know. If I would not have also died, you would have.
Yeah, I have no memory of this, so.
Mm-hmm.
no. In all seriousness,
What if we just tie it to a doorknob and close the door?
We tried this already.
Ah, dang it.
I mean it's a risk, right?
You,
And what if? But the thing is, the question is like, what if it doesn't even work? What if it's
I
just
don't
after you now?
I also don't know.
You know what? It's like I really want to go on a rant of like, why did you put it in your mouth in the first place? But I don't really feel like that's relevant anymore.
Where do we
Yeah.
have gates to?
Raka, you.
Raka and Thingy Aries Gate.
I
Mhm.
was
we have-
thinking, do we have Zilsi?
No.
No.
We would have to go to Slissy to get one, though. That's how it works.
If is there a way Tristani can notify us when the thing breaks free? Because then we could maybe portal to Ares Gate and try to lure it so that it has to go through Beaumont and then maybe through Drawridge.
It will still have to go through Drawridge.
I
Either
know,
way.
but that's what I'm saying. If
It
we
doesn't
can
have to
try
go.
like-
I think that thing will just fucking not give a fuck and literally go in a straight line.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If we can try to like lure it so that it has to go in a straight line through Beaumont and then maybe even from there a straight line through Drawridge.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, didn't Tristani say that the more it eats, the bit stronger it gets?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's like the problem for
I don't
today
know.
is the problem for tomorrow as well. Like, at this point, we don't have a whole lot of options. We don't have
How
what we
about-
need.
How about we stop wasting time? We go do the things we need to do, and if the push comes to shove, we'll kill Garb, pull out the tooth, and throw it in the ocean.
Can we destroy
Y'all
it?
can No,
I don't
we
know if we can
tried,
destroy
remember?
it, but
Is it a?
From what you guys remember last time,
Can you banish items, DM?
no.
Damn it. Okay.
not
never mind.
really. So you guys remember that when you first encountered it, it wasn't that huge. It was like a large like creature, but as you guys kind of ran and fought it for a little bit, like you realized like it got bigger as it was chasing Garbu, and then that the priest helped, that kind of made it disappear for a moment, kind of like slowing it down. And then when you guys stood your ground with the rest of the guild at the guild hall, that thing was already like, we're talking about close to like a dragon size thing. And then he was able to trap it in the tree. And so if Aeth, I'm sure, you know, as he tells you guys this, like, as Pristani stated, some of those abominations, the flyers, or any other of those type of creatures have slowly been able to get into the guild. And he, think of it like, oh, this window was open. He closes it, but like another area slightly gets opened. And they will slowly squeeze in, but not enough to swarm the whole place. But they found the creature, so they're now always hunting. When they get in, they're always hunting that creature, but there's not enough to kill him or to damage him. But it's enough that he continues to feed off of them.
Chow, get the fuck out.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Fuck off. I'm telling you last time.
Cruxburn.
Don't let me get up here.
Cruxburn
You guys
and
make
then
your choice.
Dwayne kills me.
Cruxburn.
Yeah, Cruxburn. Cruxburn. It's just that, like we were just debating if we should kill you now or not.
Are we killing him?
No,
Can we just
Later.
retcon it so that we remembered to pull it out when he was dead?
I don't think
No.
we can.
God dang it.
We can't. Alright.
go.
We go to Cruxburn.
Okay. So, let me put that away. Alright. So you guys, let's see. So we said last time we have it finally pinned in our notes. 60 miles for 4 hours.
And then we need to go 105.
So that'd be a little under what? 60. About 7 hours.
Fantastic.
Nice. Is there going to be an in-flight movie?
Yeah, it's called Clouds.
Called Fight of the Kobolds.
Ooh.
Or
So
But that's only like
It's-
a 3-hour one, so
that's you guys. And
Put it
now
like
since
that.
Aeth also knows the spell to summon the eagles, that could potentially help quite a bit.
we
That means that I don't have to
theoretically
burn
do
everything.
the thing again.
What thing?
I can only.
Oh yeah, the going and then.
You guys portal. It seems like the most
So-
efficient way.
Whatever, we just get there. Logistics. Like I'll just burn some spell slots. Let's go.
Easy enough. So, you guys, as you kind of fly, getting closer and closer, you can see the almost like like another city heavily encased by walls, and a castle that kind of sits amongst a little bit towards the rear. Let me see something. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, fuck that. Alright. And so, as you guys fly and get closer, first off, the land itself, while it seems completely off to you guys, this more of a lightish purplish hue to the grass and leaves, almost like where any plant life that was green on one side is now kind of like this purplish color. But it still functions the exact same way like a regular plant. It's just their coloring is off. And the walls themselves are more of a black-like paint, if you will, that's on it. The castle itself almost blending in with the walls itself. There is a lot of tents and kind of like smoke and stuff outside where it looks like refugees have come and are being somewhat stationed. But you see a perimeter, a makeshift kind of like a stick-like wall with a couple of guards posted on it as well. Do you guys just continue to head in?
I mean, my mom's probably out here somewhere.
Probably, yeah.
Sounds about
I
right.
can try messaging her and asking her to meet us closer to the gate.
You think she has any objects on her you could locate?
I don't
Probably
know what
not.
she would have.
I wasn't sure.
I don't know what she might have been able to carry out or might have had on her at the time that everything fell apart, but I think it's easier to send a message.
I didn't know if she had anything you knew for a fact she'd have on her, like a necklace or something like that.
I don't know. Not for sure.
Wedding ring?
People have wedding rings in this medieval setting.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, wedding rings are more of a modern social.
No, a diamond wedding ring.
Yes,
But a
a
modern thing.
band would be.
Okay.
A band
And,
has
yeah.
been a thing
Band
forever.
would be like, yeah. I'm just
Is
trying
it
to think of a
I
wedding
don't
Isn't
know
it
if
some
it would be
American
really
diamond people
identifiable.
decided that we needed to have diamond rings?
Okay. Just a thought.
You just send her a message, just go.
Yeah, I think that's
tell-
gonna
tell
be
to
the
meet up.
simplest, easiest way to do it. It'll be as expensive a spell. Let me sort my spells to just be prepared again, because I can't read my list when it's.
I feel like they
everything.
updated the sheet again, like changed the color to it or something. That might just be me.
I don't know. I just how do you call it?
Hi, Ma. We're in Cruxburn. Can you meet us near the gate? I see all the tents outside the city. Don't know if you're in or out.
You get a reply. Hey, sweetie, that's actually really good news. I'm slightly busy. If you can go into where the people are, the tents, whatever you really want to call it, the refugees. I'm actually trying to help serve lunch at this time.
Okay. She said that she's trying to help serve lunch so we can go into the refugee area and find her there.
Sure.
Maybe
Then
I
we
can
shall do
help
that.
them serve lunch. I make a lot of food.
I'm getting tired of that broth crap that you've been feeding us. So it might be nice to have some of that.
I mean, mine tastes like apple pie
Hey.
filling in a way because I have my cinnamon spoon. So
Yeah, I don't know if
Like that.
refugee food's gonna be much better than gray mush, but we'll see.
probably equal.
I will hope that it will.
Okay. So as you guys head in, and of course, Aeth, you've already attuned to your new blade, which
Yeah.
Are you just swinging it around as we're walking,
Let me.
making the sound effects?
No. Of course
Now
not.
on, when you make an attack, you need to make the sound
I'm gonna
effect.
go ahead and add this so you can look.
When I
at it.
draw it, I'll make the first sound. How's that?
Okay.
I wonder what color it'll be.
There you go. Be quiet. Shut up. Don't even say a
Wow,
word.
dude, that's my heart you ripped out.
Anyways, so you guys head in, and you can see, unlike some, especially unlike Ares Gate, where they kind of just had like, it really wasn't great. Why do you click on it?
I was trying to attune to it. My bad.
Yeah, it's
Dumb
fine.
fuck.
Anyways,
Just delete it. Just delete it. Delete it so we can't see it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. There we go.
Anyways, you guys going around looking, it seems surprisingly very well kept. Almost like this city has tried their best for these people to not feel like they're living in muck. The ground itself is actually not bad. While a lot of areas been traversed, which kind of makes it that dirt muckiness, they've constantly have like spread out hay and gravel to help in certain areas to keep it from being like extremely muddy, especially being close to the coast. Which, just to make sure, I need to have, I do, and it is sunny. Cool. So
Which guild is this one?
this is the Dark Suns.
This is where that guy you didn't
Hey,
kill
it's where my homie is.
from. Yeah.
I'll go have a go talk to him. How about that?
So, as you guys kind of walk around, you can see patrols going through the crowd. I did have this. We will make it this. Where is this? Give me this.
I gotta drop off a letter too.
I don't have
Oh,
any
that
plans.
sucks. This.
I would like to go with Garby to see the dragon, though.
Which dragon's here? The black one?
The redneck one? No, sorry.
No, the black one was in Ares Gate.
Obsidian one, I mean.
Okay.
Which dragon is in the city? The obsidian or
Yes,
the red?
obsidian.
Obsidian, yeah.
But anyways, as you guys continue, you do come across where it looks like there is a line of people, kind of going into a decent sized tent as a group are waiting to go in and groups coming out. Looks like they have some sort of like a container, like a picnic basket, if you will, that has obviously food in it, as some kind of like pull it out and like investigating what they're getting and stuff like that. So yeah.
Hey, the food here looks even worse than the gray mush.
I can see that. No, it doesn't. It actually looks like food.
7.
It's so funny when you roll low enough, you literally can't even. Like, I can roll a nat one, I still
I
beat
know. Yep.
it.
I have a -2 to deception.
What are you doing?
Y'all thought intelligence was my dump stat. No.
What were you trying to deceive? Sorry.
Me?
I
Just
am
thinking that the food wasn't worse than the stuff that he's creating.
I insighted again.
Entirely.
Fine.
Oh my god,
19.
he's just seeing through our lies.
All right. So, what do you guys do?
I guess get in line to go inside.
I mean, we're just looking for
Can we
your
just
mother.
push our way in?
No, but we're not standing in line to get food. We just want to find your mother, no?
Yeah. I don't know. Would it be rude to just walk past people?
No?
No, it's like we're not here for
Yeah.
food. Like people will
Okay.
like I just go like I do like this. Look at us. Look at them.
Huh?
Do we look like we're here for food?
I look at Elise dressed like one of the richest people I know, and then I look over to like a random refugee who probably hasn't changed clothes in a week.
It doesn't look dirty, but at the same time, it's not very well presentable if it was like a day-to-day thing, you know? I think it kind of goes to show that these people here are actually being very well taken care of compared to some other places.
Elise thinks to herself, see, I was right defending that guy. They are nice here, just misunderstood.
Didn't they try to like conquer the whole continent?
Doesn't mean that they're not nice.
Okay.
Things change.
Yeah, I was just saying. Anyways,
I mean,
are we
but
going?
some people conquer because they see a lot of injustice and then they go, well, we can bring justice. Is it misguided? Maybe, but anyway, I think I see a mud over there. Wait, let me just. Tutti!
Oh god.
I was hoping. Were you hoping for something small, like
At
a?
least you kind of like looking over because you're relatively
Hey,
tall.
I'm positive today.
So
Let's go.
you're looking over a lot of the people, and you can see as she's like, she actually seems really happy. Maybe because her son's in town, but she is like kind of pouring and like adding to the next person who is like adding it and adding blah blah blah.
I know Garbo can't see because he's so short, but at least points. She's right there.
16. Do I see her? I gave myself disadvantage because I'm below the crowd.
Oh yeah, you definitely you can roll the like a 30 and you won't be able to see her.
I don't see her.
Wait, let me see if I can lift you up. 16,
Alright, 1,
can I
2,
lift him up
3.
with a 16?
You
You're gonna
you
feel it in the
realize
morning.
as you lift, like it's like like this is how heavy this tiny sack of rocks is, but
It's
you
still not as heavy as the sword.
yeah, not as heavy as the sword, but so
You're gonna feel it in the morning.
you do lift him up and he can like see like start to peek over a little bit of heads and like I would say with a 16 you kind of like that looks like her.
Ma!
Flails arms.
Oh, you're doing great, Elise.
He's so heavy.
I didn't roll the right thing. Roll
How
that
can something
instead.
so small be so heavy?
Okay.
Okay, can I?
As Elise's back is slowly breaking.
She kind of like she does look a little bit and just kind of like goes back to helping. It doesn't look like she
Just
really
go.
saw.
I just put him
Yeah,
on the
we're gonna
ground.
have to
Just go.
Go up there.
Yeah,
Ugh.
just go, run. Just run, and then you kick him in the. Give him a small, normal kick under the ass. Not
I'll
actually
just
try to hurt you.
Squeeze past all the people in line and every single person. I'm like,
Excuse me. Sorry, not getting food. Excuse me. Excuse me. Not here for food.
Jeez.
Excuse me.
Okay.
You might have fucked up your back just lifting him up like that.
No, it's fine. I cure wounds myself.
Is it cure wounds or is there lesser restoration?
Yeah, a great restoration.
Get rid of back pain.
No.
would that count
Anyway.
as a disease?
No, that's why I said cure wounds, because my back is broke. Anyway.
So you kind of push past a lot of people, get kind of up to close to where she can actually see you, and you see like she, like eyes contact, like she seems really happy, but like she kind of like, go around back. I'll meet you in the back, okay, sweetie?
Okay.
And
I
then
go back out to the front.
she looks.
And then I'm like, she said to go around to the back of the tent.
She
Yeah.
looks at somebody to kind of take her spot, and she goes out back.
So I'll go around to the back of the tent.
As you do, you can see her as she kind of like runs up and wants to pick up a childlike person, but at the same time kind of understands a little bit of like the things you do and stuff, and like doesn't really try to lift you, but is just that excited
Don't hurt
to try.
yourself, as I'm just.
Hugging back.
I missed you so much. I'm glad to see that you're safe.
very happy to see you. I'm sorry that I'm sorry I don't have Pa with me.
Yeah, we can talk about that another time. That's okay. I'm just happy to see you. At least something that's familiar to me.
You do you need some money to get like a house that's in the city or anything?
Uh, no. There's been talk and discuss. I don't have a lot of time. It's not that I'm not happy to see you or want to spend a lot. It's, I guess, just trying to help others as well and finding, like more reasons to help all the other people that also lost loved ones and lost their homes. I'm actually meeting quite a lot of interesting people. But no, they're trying to figure out how to see if there's something we can go to, but they're doing very well to make sure we're taken care of. It may not be like a home, but it's really close to one.
It seems we've seen some of the other refugee areas, and this seems like the best.
I wouldn't know about any of the other ones, but uh, I'm just happy to have at least came here. I think there's been a rumor or so about some other really not so good places that not really anybody can do at the time or at this time.
The other cities are also under sort of a siege by undead. Is that happening here as well?
We heard rumors, and the guards have informed us about this risen, what they're calling it, but not enough to be alarmed about. They seem to have a lot of things pretty under control. You guys can hear, kind of like ironically, uh, 2 to 3 bell tolls. Not a loud one, but a somewhat small one in a direction a little bit more closer to the water side. And people don't really seem to be reacting. You can, with definitely Elise's passive,
Not nonsense.
you notice that there is some guards that kind of move their way in that direction, but they're actually not running. But some are moving in that direction.
What are the bells for? Is that an attack or something?
Probably.
I honestly wouldn't know. I try not to pay attention too much. Whatever it is doesn't seem to bother the dailies that we need to be doing here. But it's just real good to see you, and I know last time things were a little bit complicated and hard, especially with us actually moving, but we were very happy and proud of you. I know Paul is too, and I do miss him, but I kind of understand and accept, as there was a lot of people in a lot of cities that didn't make it out either.
The way I understand it, there's still a chance to save him, though I don't know how he would be after that, if that makes sense.
We have talked about a situation like this long before when you were just still running around in the junkyard. You and Clarence just having fun doing whatever y'all did back there. Especially living in Beaumont, a more heavy military like city. If something were to happen to one of us, we just try to keep going for the betterment of the family. That's just how we view it, and we never viewed ourselves as a outstanding family or rich or anything, and even you going off on an adventure coming back had brought more money than what we've ever even encountered in our lifetime.
I mean, plenty to live on just by selling junk, scrapping it.
But we were okay. We didn't mind that type. We always wanted to try to help the community. That was our goal. And this is once again fulfilling that goal as I try my best to help the community in their daily activities and make sure that things are getting handled.
Oh, sorry, I did not mean to click on that. I was trying to scroll to my next page. Sorry.
You got scrap metal from my old room?
What?
Yeah.
It
see
just
that.
shoves it back in the bag.
You didn't see that. Technically, I don't have that anymore. Wait. I think I still have some of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I used part of it, I think, to repair your glasses once. Other than that, yes, I do. I think Joseph described it as being like an old doorknob and some nails or something like
Yeah,
that
something like that.
when I looted the room.
We were bad people.
We are.
We are. It's not we were. We are.
Yeah. I would do it again today.
We were, but we still are.
Yes.
We're just really good at slaying things.
Like
Yeah.
Mitch Hedberg, I used to smoke weed. I still do, but I used to.
Are you doing all right though? Like physically, are you well? Are you hurt in any way? Did you get out of Zeetham without any?
It was a
problem?
rough start when I arrived here. But they have healers that been going by almost every couple of days to make sure everybody's doing okay. I know it's a lot different, and of course from the things that we've heard about this place, but haven't appeared to treat us in any sort of way. Even some of us that came from their rivaling factions, I've met a couple from all over the place, and they've done their best to make sure we're all taken care of, regardless who or where or who we support. So I'm doing okay. But how are you? You seem to have gotten slightly bigger and changed a little bit.
I died. I don't remember.
Way to go,
if I-
Garvu.
You what now?
Like I'm still alive, right? But I died. I don't remember it.
You died?
He's
God.
being melodramatic. Yeah, listen.
Very
Probably
melodramatic,
shouldn't
yes.
tell your frickin' mom you died.
I don't know. I don't have a great memory of it happening.
Well, then why would you mention it?
It seemed important. She
Are
was
you
asking
dead?
how I've been.
Are you dead?
Well, I.
No.
You don't tell your mom you died. I don't even have a mom, and I know that.
But you do
Honestly,
have a mom.
you should listen to your
And
I have a
friend.
mom.
He's right. You know, while you do seem perfectly fine, now I'm just worried all the time, and definitely more now that you've died.
He didn't die. He
I-
did
I
not
brought
die.
him.
That's
I
worried
brought him.
because I can come back.
No, no, no. That is not the point. You should not
I healed
assume
him.
that
I
it.
was there. Okay.
Yeah,
Hold on.
he was
Yeah.
unconscious. He
And-
was not dead. He was
and-
Well, no,
unconscious.
you're lying to her.
If I can ask, who are you? I don't think we've met.
He can't see you. You'll have to speak up.
No, because Nick was with us when we went to Vermont.
No,
No.
Right.
no.
There.
Oh, it was?
She's talking to Clarence.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh.
Oh, I'm Clarence.
Ma, Clarence, Ma.
Little Clarence?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had some things happen.
Puberty hit me real hard.
Did you eat your dad?
What?
Did you
No.
like absorb him?
She kind of
No, he's
comes
still
up and
there.
like kind of holds you by the face
Ow, ow.
and just not like lift you, but like
Oh, okay.
like she kind of like she could-
Frank just
she couldn't lift Garbu, but you and your full metal just lifts you up. What have you done with my boy?
I made pizza.
slams
God.
you into the wall.
How dare you grow up? She cuffs you by the face and just, Clarence, what's the matter with you? You look
Okay.
like
Yet,
Old.
you look like I don't even know how to put it. Just you don't look like the happy little Clarence I know.
Yeah, midlife crisis, I guess.
Are you okay?
at least shaking your head behind glass. Man, no.
I'm not a real existential kind of guy anymore, so yes, I'm fine.
I want you to know, and you should have already known this already, but I do view you as my son as well.
Thank you. I do
No
everything I
worries.
can to take care. Sorry, I just ate a piece of pizza. It's tearing me up right now.
Can I have a slice?
Yeah, the fact you didn't share.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, was it good?
I didn't taste it. I just
God,
swallowed
I
the
just stop doing. Just put it on your tongue and like wipe it a little bit.
I punch Garb in the
Swallow.
stomach to make him regurgitate it.
Rub it on your tongue.
leather.
Rub it on
tongue.
your tongue. It works. Trust me.
Yeah,
I
there are
just-
moments where I'm glad I.
I missed you too. And she kind of lets go and kind of brings you in for a hug.
As I
Okay.
his boxes
This
off.
is great.
That's my
thank you.
cheeks. Leave that alone.
Well, I mean, I'm very short. This is not what I'm going for. I'm actually into strong, independent men and women.
Emphasis on the strong.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I saw your hand like touch her back, and then like you're like trying to figure it
Hey,
out. I'm like,
Clarence, she did just lift you up and slam you into a wall by your face.
Nah, it's not the same.
anyways. Well, I need to get back to it, but if you guys are going to stay for a bit or something, I can show you later where I kind of
need-
live.
Extra food of questionable quality?
It's really
to
bad.
hand out?
Don't give it to her.
Don't.
No,
Don't,
We'll just give her
don't.
money or
no,
something. Like
I'm,
it's not.
Very nutritious.
I'm very good. Thank you, though.
It's
hon.
not.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally by definition.
You remember how he died? That's how he died. So,
That's not true.
Let's just we should get going. We need to get some tasks done, and then we'll come back.
Would like 10 gold help? To like
You-
buy supplies or anything?
She kind of, like, as you hold it out, she kind of cuffs your hand back and just, honey, I'm okay. Right now, none of us are worried about money. We're worried about helping each other. Okay? Yes, sweetie.
Can the local infrastructure sustain an influx of gold like that to the economy in a time of need?
I'm gonna go
All I
back and
understood was the
continue
word
serving.
I'm gonna start walking.
Oh, sorry, I had to do it.
She kind of hugs both of y'all and just, y'all please be safe. No more dying. Please. My heart can't take much more as it is.
You hear that? Stop dying.
I promise that I will be alive the next time you see me.
Yes. No, that's not what he. You're not gonna die. Don't do this. You're trying to do. He's not gonna die. I'll beat him up if he dies.
Oh,
That would just get rid of more death saving throws.
Yes, which is what we want to do.
okay. I'm gonna go back now before I panic attack. I love y'all, and kind of like turns and goes back in and helps.
Like you guys are still as
Titans.
stupid as ever.
I'm and I'll
Seems
guide
like
her
it.
as she turns around.
So we need to.
So I just want to point out one thing here before we go to other things. Why the fuck did you tell your mother that you died, you absolute moron?
Why? Why would you do this? I don't tell my mother anything about my
Like, I don't
travels.
even have a real mom. Like, I have a lady my creator married or some
I
crap.
can't lie to
Fucking
her.
hell.
You can't. Don't even bring it up.
Stop
Yes,
lying
you
if you
can.
don't fucking mention it.
They
You
taught
lie
me
to her
not
all
to
the
lie
time.
to them.
She was supposed to make me calm, but I would not lie to. I wouldn't just tell her what I've been doing.
Taught me not to lie to them.
Yeah, but you
don't
have lied
tell
to them
her.
before.
She would have never asked you about it, so why did you tell it?
Just you tell
Oh
her
my god.
that has been some troubling times and difficult things, and then we've been
Like even
hanging
Aid is not that
strong.
stupid.
Oh,
Well,
Okay,
Aid is
fine.
pretty fucking stupid. He wouldn't say that.
You guys
Sorry,
can't.
Aid.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
oh, that's true.
What does society have to do with fucking not telling your mother he died?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay, well, fuck me.
All right, let's just go. Let's go to that guild and drop off this letter, and you talk to that fucking dragon, and then
Yeah, then whatever the fuck we do after that. Jesus.
sell the
Or-
scimitar.
It was nice to see her, though.
It was.
Yeah, it was. Seems that she made peace with everything.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Do you think she's seeing other people?
No.
Oh, okay.
Don't put that. Do not put that thought in his head.
Well, I mean, everybody deserves happiness at the end of the day.
We're
right?
not.
I mean, she's
Stop
old.
put-
She just
As
found
far as
purpose
we
in
know,
life.
Pa
She
is
found
still
purpose in
alive.
life, helping,
well.
and
Oh, I
she has
thought he was a demon.
community. And she has
I mean,
community. She has found a community. Oh my god, you guys are absolute stupid.
he is currently one of the fly things, I think.
So that's like.
I'm gonna go talk to fucking this
At
chap.
what
Yeah, 'cause
point
it
does
seems
she
kinda nice.
move on?
God,
Are we
fuck
talking
me.
2 years as a flying monkey thing?
Oh my god.
Let's
I-
go.
At least there's like,
and
at least
walk
there's
into
food
the
on left
city.
already. It's
I
like
don't know.
they can sit there and discuss it.
I'm
Okay.
gonna walk away too then.
You guys are killing me.
I'll follow.
Yeah.
Okay.
God fucking damn it.
Oh.
They have singles night at the Y on Tuesdays.
Why are we still talking about this?
I guess lightning bolt and Clarence.
Clarence is projecting a bit. He's trying to get over Ugg, and he's asking how soon is too soon for him to get over Ugg.
You're
Exactly.
killing me. Alright, so
I cast lightning bolt behind me, killing both Clarence and Carmen.
And everyone in the tent.
yep, easy enough.
All the refugees are dead.
Like no,
Yeah,
one
it's,
of the
collapsing.
guards sees it. He just kind of like hits it, and it just deflects back, and it just reaches long enough to like barely touches Elise's hand, and she's like, "Good enough."
Good enough.
So it goes through y'all
And-
twice. I'm just kidding. So
Yeah, you're so dead.
Yep.
you guys
Super bad.
kind of exit, and there's like a little bit of a path that's been kind of carved out with the wooden wall, and the idea of this as it follows along with the main wall to the gate. This way if any of the immigrants or refugee people that needs to get in for whatever reason, they don't have to like quote unquote go out unprotected to get back into city walls. They pretty much made it to where they always are behind walls some sort of way. So as you guys kind of traverse a little bit, going up to the gate, as like a miniature gates open, you kind of go and swing into the main. You guys are halted, and it's just, hey, can we ask what your business here?
I'm here to speak to Blaurung. And she's here to speak to... What's the name of the guy?
Munash, I think.
That is correct.
Hey.
That's his last name, so yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey DM.
Also,
Is the
also
letter
we
addressed
like I'll just
to Moon or Lazarus or Moonish?
It's
That I got from-
it's to the leader, technically the queen of Cruxburn. Moonash is the champion.
So you're here to see the queen, but we don't know that. You bring that up now while we're here at the gate?
I guess.
we also have some information about what's happening on the rest of the continent and all that kind of good stuff.
Okay. And thank you very much. We are just trying to make sure we have understandings of who's coming and going and for what reasons to keep everyone safe. So thank you.
Of course.
Please. And as he kind of gestures for you guys, just go on in.
Can I insight check that?
Sure.
Why are you so distrustful of this fucking random guard?
No, I'm just nervous.
What are you inciting?
Just a general vibe of how he said that, I guess. Just to get a feel of what the attitude and the energy around.
Sure. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
14.
They are on guard, and not just the typical on guard of protecting the city, but now there is these people who are completely new to this area, pretty much. They all follow different customs of their own cities, different backgrounds. Some could be mass murderers, while some could be the almost saints themselves. And so it's them trying to somewhat keep track of who's going where, so that they can kind of make sure, like, oh, if there was a killing here, it's like, we did have some people say they were going in this area, stuff like that.
Okay.
So it's just more of they're trying to be extra cautious with a lot of the situation that's going on. So you guys head in. The crowd themselves, the streets are bustling. Everything just appears to be like a whole nother city. The pavements made out with stone. All the houses look really presentable. They don't all go into like a dark theme, but they go into a suitable theme kind of for that area. And so if one area seems to be, let's say, a little bit more naturey, likes to put out flowers, pots of flowers and stuff like that outside of their homes, like this whole area seems to kind of really follow under that. But as you guys traverse, wanting to go to the castle, going past a lot of things, overhead, you can actually see, as you guys are kind of making your way there, the black, hard to tell, kind of with the time as it is, getting dark, but not like super late or anything. But just this black pretty massive dragon as he flies over, probably knowing that that's the obsidian dragon as he flies towards and lands somewhere in the vicinity of the castle. But you guys continue as you get up to the front gates as they once again kind of hold you. Please halt. Can state your business.
We're here to see the Larzus, Lunash, and the Queen. Individual, separately of us.
Are you all together as a group?
We are.
All right. He calls out
We ought
for.
to bring news from the other side of the continent.
Okay. Hey, we need 2 escorts over here, please. As 2 guards kind of approach you guys and just. All right. I'm gonna keep this very simple and hope you guys follow. We won't wish anybody to be in trouble of any sorts. And AF, by the way, are you wearing your emblem outside or?
I thought he said he tried
gotta-
to affix it.
Yeah, I gotta. Let me. Yeah, I did.
Okay. I know, but it's just more of like making sure like you fix it to the outside of your like equipment and stuff.
Hey, do you want
Yeah.
that like added to your arm
Okay.
at some point?
What if you want to regrow his arm?
So
He's
Do you
not.
want to regrow your arm?
the
That's
I mean,
guard.
I can. Eventually, I can.
He can't. No, that's like his thing, though.
Anyways, the guard that
I
was
know.
talking to you guys. All right. Want to keep it simple. Hopefully, this way you guys also do not receive any sort of trouble. We would hate for anything to chaos to happen. Please keep your weapons sheathed and keep your magic, well, non-magic-y. No attempts to try to cast any spells. We do have people watching. If
You
you
look straight, Garbu.
if you try to cast any sort of spell, there could be consequences. And as he looks at you, Aeth, and kind of sees the emblem, and it's just. And hopefully, we won't be receiving any trouble from you. And you can feel it being directed towards you, Aeth.
I'm not here to cause trouble.
Good. Hopefully, you'll stick to the agreement. And everything can be as peaceful as usual.
Is Aeth here to cause trouble?
No, I'm not here to cause trouble at all.
Nevertheless, you all may enter. And so the 2 guards, as they stand next to you, one of them's, alright, you all seem to have different things you want to go and do. What is the first one that you would like to go?
Should we go in order?
I think the 2 of us want to go see the dragon. I think she needs to speak to Moonash, and he wants to speak to the queen, or needs to. Don't fully understand that one.
I gotta deliver a message to the queen.
That
Well-
sounds ominous.
It's a letter.
Okay.
We might be able to see about splitting you 2 up, as he kind of gestures one side who wants to speak to the dragon and everybody else. As for the queen and our champion himself, they both might actually be in the same chamber, so may be able to, if they were willing to take an audience. Keep in mind though, they are definitely busy and may not be able to get to you, as a lot of requests come daily. For you, wanting to speak to the dragon, as I know they recently returned, we would also ask and see if they're willing to take an audience. They're not quite keen on hearing random individuals, but when we get closer, we can address that when the time comes.
I am on a mission specifically from the platinum dragon.
Okay.
And from there,
we
sort of
when we
envoy.
when we get closer, we'll
Okay.
handle that. So, keep it, box it, and hold on to it. Okay? Good job. All right. Follow me, please. And he starts leading the way.
Oh.
So,
Would I try and speak with one of the other guards then? If it's just you said there's two.
two that are guiding you to y'all's destinations, pretty much.
Okay. Is there any shops that I could sell a weapon? Me and my companions want to sell one of the weapons that we've found during our travels.
We have plenty of shops in town. You're more than free to welcome to go and visit them.
Okay.
So, as you guys go, we'll do this. We'll take a very quick break, and then we will jump in on this.
Oh gosh, it's almost 10.
I know, right? So, we'll be right back. Speaking of training, welcome back, everybody.
A training montage.
Training montage.
Training montage.
We're going to be level 20 when we're done with the training montage. So see you guys in a year.
Yep.
Don't watch the Wonka movie. It's weird.
So,
It is cool, isn't it?
as we start with Garvin and Clarence, you guys kind of start to break off as one guard leads half the party, which we're going to say consists of X, Elise, and Aeth towards the throne room. The other half leading the voice, Clarence, Garbu, and Lunaris towards the dragon chambers.
Oh, the dragon.
And so, nice.
That was the dragon.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
He just
he was up.
he got done eating. He's pretty good now.
Ate someone's chicken or something.
Chicken dinner.
Yes. So we'll do that. And as you guys get there, the guard. As you
Which
guys kind of
group is
get
this?
to the doors, which are shut. Do what?
Which group is this?
Yours.
You.
You.
He
You.
looks at the two guards that are standing by, and these people are in heavy armor. They look like they're ready and can go probably a good amount of rounds before probably even sweating. The guard looks at you guys and just, if you'll be kind and just hold on for one moment, opens the door and kind of shuts it behind him. As you guys standing there, the voice looks. Well, do you think he's going to be the way the presence feels around this place and kinda kind? Kinda kind? Is that how you would say that? Or do you think he would be more of a brute like the others?
I would think he'd be more kind based on the city. The dragons kind of seem to reflect the cities they live in, kind of. For the most part, I think there's been maybe one or two exceptions so far.
Okay. Well, let's hope that will, or at least for you, hopefully you will hear something good. But are you excited?
Interested might be a better word. I'm not great with definitions, but
As Lenara speaks up, it would be good to see these newer draconic kind, to see what they are and how they act. So, as you guys kind of wait for a moment, the door opens back up. Just again, it's not like all the way. It's just slightly as the guard that leading you steps out from the room, shuts it, turns back to you guys. Okay. What is the reason why you have came to try to speak with him?
Sorry.
I'm currently trying to speak with each of the dragons, on a mission from, well, I guess Paragon. Um, I've spoken to all but three, I believe.
Four.
Four.
Yeah, I also haven't talked to the Prover one.
1, 2, 3. No. Flower.
You haven't talked to
Oh.
Prover, Gale, Elicit,
Technically 6,
and Cruxburn.
without including Baymont and Prover.
I did speak to the Dragon of Beaumont. We just didn't get along.
Well, you spoke of, hey, I'm leaving, bye.
No, I came and spoke to him, and he was like, "You're staying in the city," and I was like, "No, I'm not."
Yeah, so you
And
you
then
didn't technically speak with like what you've
I
been
still
doing with
spoke
others.
to him.
True.
I'm also considering that I spoke to Vala, just in the fact that I did speak to them. Didn't see them or meet them, but I spoke. So,
But anyways. Yeah. All right. I'll let me go pass the message and see if they'll be willing to hear you out. Goes back in. About 2 minutes kind of goes by as he comes back. Opens the door. All right. He said he has a little bit of time he can make to try to speak with you. And please, if you will be so kind as to show him your respect and bow to him before you speak.
Okay.
Please enter. So you guys enter in, shuts the door as he steps out. And you can see there is about 4 to 6 other guards all, like in the room, but they all show like different armor, almost like their armor is made of the scales that he's probably have shed. And you can see as he kind of sits down on a comfortable kind of like area where there's a little table in front of him and it looks like food as being placed, and he's just, oh, thank goodness, these patrols are getting tiresome the more and more things are going on. Oh, right. Sits up. Greetings. Please introduce yourselves.
I am Garbu Dustman from Vermont. I'm currently on a mission from Paragon. These are my friends and associates, and an ancient dragon that has just kind of chosen to follow us.
You see, he, like, as he said that and like kind of quickly glanced at all, he hasn't left that dragon's like looking right at him as the dragon's looking at him, and just kind of nods a little bit, and he's just, I would like to speak with you, but out of respect you may use this chamber as you see fit if you would like. Please make yourself at home. And Lunaris just kind of takes the flight off of the voice and just kind of flies a little bit around the room before kind of growing in size and in a corner just kind of sitting there.
how do they compare in size?
Well, he is who am I looking at again? Glarung is in his humanoid form.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's interested on a lot of occasions, but he's trying to be a little bit respectful on why you're here, and he's just pardon the rude interruptions. In case if you don't know, my name is Glarung. I am the obsidian dragon of this city, its protector and guardian. You said you were on a mission from dear Paragon.
Yes. Uh, I had. It's a bit of a long story at this
Well,
point.
before you get started, if I may ask, how is she doing?
She's been better, but she's still doing all right.
I assume she's taking up a lot of her time trying to deal with the threats that are happening over there.
Yeah, sort of leading a group that's kind of trying to stop or at least resist what's happening.
I'm sorry. It's while we were and probably look at as still enemies, we're actually very close friends. So it's good to know that
Insight
she's
check.
doing okay.
28.
Almost nutty.
So far, he seems to be speaking the truth.
Okay.
So, she sent you on this mission, and seems like it's a long story. So why don't you get to the juicy part as he kind of... Oh, and if you don't mind if I can continue to eat, it's actually been a quite long day for me and I haven't eaten anything.
I'd offer you food, but mine kind of sucks.
No, I like my steak in front of me. I would like to also eat it, if that's okay.
Um, I'm sort of
Starts
trying
go
to.
eat.
I'll kind of explain some of the history of it.
Mhm.
How I started out, like I'm gonna be a big dragon, and then, or good dragon, and then I've kind of learned like, dragons aren't necessarily like black and white, good versus evil all the time. Uh, and kind of explain what some of the other dragons have said to me, like needing to learn how to get people to respect me, needing to know how to make the right decisions.
As you just kind of going
Maybe
on,
poking in there that Jaffler sucks.
as you just go on and explain pretty much this story, he has finished not just his steak, but they have brought two more kind of like back to back as he continues to eat them. And it's just like this story is gone for a long time.
Does
And
he chuckle when I tell him that Jaffler sucks?
he does. He kind of just nods.
That's
He's
kind of
like,
been
he
the
does.
vibe most dragons have given. And so I was wondering if you had any advice for me.
As he gets done with his now fourth steak and just the person comes in. That would be all for the moment. That's a little snack will be fine by me. A lesson, a pointer, a reason why you are speaking to almost all of us. A little confliction on some parts of your path. What do you feel like? How do you feel? Do you feel like you've done well? Do you feel like if we're a mighty dragon that, while small, did very honorable and memorable things that made your name known? Or did you do things as your small and tiny little form made and showed great strides and progress that not many could probably do, especially one of your size and caliber.
Kind of conflicted on that. A lot of the time, I feel like I just sort of mess things up and follow behind my friends as they do things. Um, on the occasion, I try to uh, say what I want to do and where I want to go, but normally I just follow them where they want to go.
So
Do what
you, as his like red piercing eyes staring at you, and it's just so you follow your comrades. You don't lead. You don't take charge.
No.
Do you agree with a lot of their choices? If you don't, do you resist? Do you fight back? Or do you support and go with what they chose?
I don't always agree, but I don't always voice when I don't agree.
Why? I assume these two comrades of yours. What is your name? As he gestures to you, Clarence.
I'm just expecting him to say my name Jeff after the long wait.
Clarence.
My name is Jeff.
Clarence.
Sorry, I muted because I dropped my drink. I didn't know if you noticed that.
I saw, but it's fine.
Yeah. Could you continue? What was it?
He
Who's asking your
gestures
name?
to you like, "What is your name?"
Clarence.
I assume y'all are well acquainted or recently acquainted.
Well acquainted.
Okay. If your well acquainted friend Clarence here decides to do something that you don't like, would you have voiced your opinion? Would you have tried to resist? Or do you support him in his choice?
I didn't get the chance to voice my opinion.
So you did disagree, obviously, with a choice of one point in time.
And I don't fully understand what it is I disagreed with either, because I don't know what happened.
Are you? Does that make you mad? Does that make you angry? As a little bit of a rough voice kind of come out.
More makes me sad.
Do you still support him?
I still trust him.
I don't think there's anything for me to teach you. Do you know why?
Because I already know where my trust lies.
Close, but yes. You're trying to become something that you're not. To face the facts, you are not a dragon. You are a kobold, a tiny little lizard compared to the rest of us. As he kind of stands up and slowly makes his way down a couple of steps before kind of standing in front of you as a pretty tall, he seems about like Elise's height. Just but judging you, looking at you, I bet you could probably take out half of the this castle on your own if everybody challenged you one-on-one. In a constant state. You tiny little kobold. While on the outside, that's what you are. On the inside, that's where the difference makes. You seem to be as powerful as a dragon yourself. I can already see changes within you. But it's the conflict that bothers you. And that's normal. You're living a life. You're doing what you do and best on your best decisions. That is fine. That is perfect. I don't want you to be like me. I don't need to teach you to be like me. I want you to be like you. I want you to be better. Trust your comrades that they will hopefully have the best intentions, not just for their well-being, but for yours. And not to be rude to you, Clarence, but I could have already told of a strong bond between you two. I can sense it. I also see conflict within you, but we're not here for that.
Thank you.
You want to be something that you're not.
Who? Me?
No, not you. Him.
Oh, yeah. I was confused. Sorry.
I don't want you to be
I'm
like...
It's directly after my thing. I was like, oh, no,
Yeah, no, but
I
it's...
just want to be mad.
But
That's
what's
it.
what's
Balrog has
cool
a little
though?
bit of strabismus going on as one eye is like looking at Clarence and the other's looking at Garbo.
But like what's cool about it is he, even though it's like a little bit of joke because I want to keep it, he kind of joked back too, and it's just we dragons have a history. We have problems of our own. By the look of me in my draconic form, I think I'm at least one of the most frightening ones of us all. But to my surprise, I am actually one of the most... How to put it? I like... Well, being pampered ain't so bad. Having nice things, being able to sleep on a nice cozy bed, that's pretty fine. But I don't need all the riches, I don't need all the fame, and I don't need to be feared. I don't even care if I'm respected. I trust my comrades, as I'm telling you to do the same. If they have your good intentions as well at heart, then follow them, whether you disagree or not. But voice yourself. They should be able to respect you when you don't agree with something. That's what makes a solid foundation. Now then, if there's nothing else, as he kind of gestures to all three of you, the voice just kind of like nods as he looks to her and just, surprised to see you back here again. It is an honor. But yes, it is truly great to see you once again. Hopefully everything at the village is doing fine. I have somewhat tried my best to check up on them, but you guys also prefer your seclusion, so I try to honor that. Yes, I have actually been traveling, trying to uncover the histories of your kind, our kind, and have uncovered quite a bit of information, really. Oh. Well, I would actually like to speak to, as he gestures to Linares, your quite patient friend. I think he deserves to be spoken first, but if you do happen to stick around for a little bit, maybe we can chat. That would be an honor. No, the honor is all mine. Looks back to Clarence. Do you have anything
No.
Very well. All right, little kobold named Garbu. Anything else I can help you with?
Do you know Vala?
Know who?
Vala?
Oh,
She's in Elisat.
he.
Paragon sounded like she.
He is
oh,
in
he-
Elisat. I changed it.
Uh, Paragon sounded like she hated him.
Well, yes. Yes, she does. She doesn't quite like most of us on at least this side, especially with the what was it called? The faction wars is what they dubbed it. But he is a let's just say he's not anywhere close like me, but an ally to my people nevertheless. So I have to respect their wishes and work beside him when necessary.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for showing up. If you
Steak
don't
smelled
mind.
good.
Yes, I'm sorry to kind of constantly eat in front of you, but it's been a few days since I've eaten.
We get it.
So, nevertheless, if you guys do happen to stay, I'm giving you an invitation now to come back, relax, and maybe we can chat more about other things that are not, well, pending and dooming and glooming. Kind
Yeah,
of put stress on others.
I think some of our colleagues are giving some information to the guild leader about the Risen and stuff that happened on the other side of the continent.
I'm sure she would appreciate that.
We're not necessarily the brains. Well, one of us is kind of the brains. I look at Clarence. But, yeah.
What?
Well, nevertheless, I'll be glad to see you all
The
back.
voice is just face palming over beside us.
She's just been still. She actually has been a slight bower-ish, but every now and then he keeps like looking at her and like, kind of like flicking her a finger, like relax, and she'll relax and then slowly go back into like a bow thing, and he's just. It's one of those he accepts, but is also like slightly annoyed, and it's like this constant bowing thing is like like please fucking quit. But anyways, you guys are escorted out as Lunara stays, and are escorted technically back up front. But at the meantime, as you guys went that way, towards the dragon chamber, the other three, you guys are sent towards the throne room, where there is a few people. When you see it, it's kind of like a decent sized room. There is kind of like bleacher like sittings on both sides. There's a couple of people in pairs, some by themselves. There was a few people kind of like not standing in a row or in a line, but just clearly there's one first and one last. There's a bunch of guards in here, but some seem not as threatening as some others, or just like it almost looks like if you sneeze the wrong way, like you just lost your nose or something. Like they're ready for anything. You can see up a couple of steps on this little platform that, and a lot of this room matches just the outside black with a little bit of purple, a little bit of kind of gold and red trimmings and colors here and there. But you see standing next to the throne is Exelin, the champion, Exelin Moonash, as he is standing there, arms crossed, and just standing next to the throne, just listening as some of the people in front of you guys are explaining either reports or situations. But to the throne itself is a singular, slightly big compared to the person sitting in it. This individual appears to be... Appearance almost shows features of a male-like body type, but has constantly been referred to as Queen, Your Highness, and she, pretty much. Has a huge black kind of like dress on, has kind of like a little bit of a face covering, but she can still see through it, and technically some people can still see through her, through the covering as well. As she's sitting there patiently listening to the reports and situations and that's been going on. And then as you guys pretty much get up close, the guard that's been leading you guys, these individuals hail from the other side of the region, wanting to speak to you some about reports of the events that's been going on, and other slight personal matters, if you, Highness, have the time. Fuck, this guy's gonna be a bitch. Excellent just speaks before the Highness. You, elf woman, seem slightly familiar. I think I've seen you before, am I wrong?
You're correct. That was at the Golden Summit. Is that what it's called, right?
Yeah.
When this Fallen King first made his appearance.
That is right. You actually are one of the kind of people that actually stood up in our defense. As he starts walking all the way down, and just massive frame, still heavily armored, as he walks up, gestures his hand out to you, and just, I want to thank you. While we are used to that type of treatment, it was very nice to hear that at least some people have manners.
I will return a handshake, but a handshake. Oh no, I'm not that strong.
He, for a massive guy, even for you, like, you can feel a little slight of firmness, but like it shifts a little to feel like it's not him squeezing or trying to pull out dominance, but it's just a nice gesture. And he looks back to the Queen. It's just, this is one of the individuals that I told you about quite a bit ago, as he slowly makes his way back up and kind of stops for a second and turns to you, Aeth. I know it when I see it. What are you doing with the shield?
Something that we were going to speak with as well.
Is that the real one?
It is.
It is.
Would you do me the honors of allowing me to check it, please?
If you're gonna smash it like they tried the other time, you can do it.
I'll hold the shield out to him.
Shatters it.
As he kind of gets up and looks at him, it's just... do you make that smashing comment just to...
Yeah.
As you do that and he gets close? I have fought against this shield too many times to understand the smashing part. I don't need to. I can see it right here. This actual little nick. And as the shield is mostly, like, not a lot of scratches on it, but there is, like, this tiny little nick, and that one I did. Pretty proud of, too, actually. Very interesting. How did you get this shield?
Yeah, that's the part of the
kind of interrupted.
Fun stuff on the other side.
Kind of interrupted by the Queen. Excellent. Can you bring that up here so I can see it, please? Excellent looks at you, Aeth, and just... Well, at this current moment, you seem to be the shield wielder. Would you allow me to allow her to look at it?
Of course.
You kind of like detach it and hand it to him as he takes it and goes up there to show her. And as he's walking up there, please go ahead and. What is something that y'all are needing to speak about? As he brings the shield, and she kind of goes and puts her hand on it and just kind of looks at it for a little bit. And then slightly pushes it away, as for him it's an acknowledgement of, okay, I got to actually see what this is. And he starts to head back down to hand it back to you, Aeth.
Alright, I'll restrap it to the silver arm.
Well, you just have to deliver a message, I suppose, so you can go first.
The first one is from Eastbourne. The people of Eastbourne wanted me to deliver this a while ago, but we never really had the chance to get here to deliver it. I hold out the letter.
Excellent standing next to you. He'll take it and kind of go ahead and open it and start reading it. While he's reading that, anything else? You were told, or I was told about, you had reports from the other side?
Start. So, this fallen king is unkillable, but we are working on a way to imprison him forever, or as long as we can, but can hopefully do. He leads this army of undead, well, probably destroyed Drawage by now, whatever was left of it, and is now on his way to deal with the other 4 cities, or the 3 cities that's been taken by these vampire creatures. You've obviously are dealing with some risen around here because they seem to have popped all over the continent, but they will not focus their attacks until he shows up, and you will know when he shows up because it's a storm. And we spent our time looking into things, and during that time we managed to steal the shield from him.
Very interesting. And you said these were like the legend of vampires and whatnot?
They're not like traditional vampires, they are more like vampiric in nature.
Could you describe them if you could? Or if you can showcase?
Don't have magic that's gonna do it.
I don't either.
I will go into a vivid description, since I have slain many together with the rest, like into a vivid description of how they look and what they do.
Okay. Interesting. Excellent. You've been very patient. What does the letter have to state? Yes, my highness. They have been a city on the far western side of the region that was a, if my understanding is correct, I believe they were at least in between or close to Zetham and Zolosis. But they were wanting to try to join us, become part of one of our cities. Or towns. I see. That is a mighty bold request, especially from one side of the region to the other. I'm sure they could be using some help and aid. Maybe we can try to at least send some sort of aid and see something, what we can and cannot try to do. It would be very difficult to fully protect something on one side without us having some sort of a way or connection to get to them right away. And kind of hands the letter off as a guard kind of runs up, grabs the letter, folds it, and heads back out. Well, that's been an interesting story and a very eventful one indeed. Got to see the nice legendary shield emblem. Got to hear fantastic reports and at least somebody who defended us when a lot of others viewed us as wrong. Hopefully, as you can see, we do not proclaim to be some evil or dark as our title suggests. We just simply do not we're simply not afraid of the shadows and kind of embrace it. But hopefully we can show you some more kindness as well. You have brought us some nice information, especially unrewarded. Maybe you guys can stay here for a couple of days. Relax. It seems as though you've all been traveling for quite a bit, especially retrieving that, as I remember hearing a report that it was the shield was under somebody else, was it not? Yes, Your Highness. It was under the champion of the Blades of Light, Wildstar, before it was lost during the attack on the Golden Summit. And then a report came that the Nameless King had it. So, if the report was true, they at least have made contact with this entity and managed to take it. I think you all could use some rest. Does that sound fair to you all?
And we could use it. But there ain't no rest as long as as long as the Fallen King is moving himself.
Well, that might be true, but for every day you need to be as strong as you can be. And a rest is always needed. As it is getting closer to the time of rest, why don't you all stay here in one of our rooms tonight?
One important thing I forgot to mention. If the Fallen King ever shows up, the dragon has to be protected at all costs. The more dragon spirits the Fallen King collects, the stronger he gets until he becomes unstoppable.
Okay.
I have mentioned this to Paragon as well, but the dragons cannot sacrifice themselves.
Well, I am unsure if Glarung understands this concept. Maybe he's already been told. But nevertheless, with knowing Paragon, she does take matters of, well, let's say the world more serious than little grudges. So I'm sure she would have made some sort of contact and maybe have passed that type of information along. But thank you nevertheless. So?
Also, we need to get to Gil. Is there any way you could help us? Because that place seems to be special.
Ooh, Gale. Well, why so interested, if I may pry?
Well, there seems to be two things there for us. A relic of extreme power, which could be used against the Fallen King, which is now in the wrong hands. And family matters.
Okay, well, good luck with that type of quest. With your request of getting to Gale, unfortunately, Gale is one that does not... A lot of us guilds, major cities, kingdoms, we have established, in case of an emergency, a teleportation that you guys may have been able to use a time or two with most of us. But we have actually severed our ties with Gale a very long time ago. And our. We just never established a teleportation between us and them. They are not the friendliest bunch. They are not the kindest of bunch. They are very interesting nevertheless, but they tend to be left into their own devices on their own part of the region.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
But
Very isolated.
we can pass along any information that you might need, I guess, to be prepared if that's what you would like. I can have those sent to your rooms so y'all can stay the night. Please. At least do me the honor of you all staying. The best that I can do, since a lot of information and, well, as they always say, information is valuable.
I gotta do it. I gotta insight check that. Just to hope that it's trustworthy.
What do you...
Roll a 28.
What do you...
come on.
What
I
type...
just a general feel from her if she's truly
you
being
roll
genuine
well.
with that.
And Joseph tells you, like, you can't trust them at all or something.
that... So I'm just trying to make sure, so, like, if she's being genuine that you guys can stay, or, like, being nice, or...
Yeah, just the genuine nature of allowing us to stay, and that there isn't no ulterior motive.
Like, they aren't going to eat our brains in the middle of the night or something. I think that's what 8's going for.
With that role, it's like you guys have dealt with troubled stuff in the past, but she seems to be trying to be genuine.
Okay, good.
It's just like one of those, it's hard to read, but at the same time, like, there doesn't appear to be any ulterior motives. It seems like she just at least wants to be kind. You guys have passed along information that from one side of the region, they're, while they might receive information here and there, especially because of the refugees that came, there's not really a need to keep them in the loop of what all is happening. Ares Gate, sure, because they're like also on the door to all of this shit. But Cruxburn, who's really far out, they may not really have a reason to share a lot of information. And it's just you guys gave them information about these creatures that attacked. They know that these cities were attacked, but not in vivid detail like you guys have described, especially being firsthand. The recent events with the Nameless King and the stuff going on there, so it helps them understand the ongoing threat.
Oh. If they're that out of the loop, then I would have also mentioned that Honzu and Nodrin have been slain. If they didn't know that, I assume they knew, but if in case they didn't know, I would tell them.
I would probably say that might be known, at least.
Well, the dragon did say he was flying for a long time. Or he implied it, I guess, that he hadn't eaten in a while.
He might have been doing patrols, though.
He did state this as a player, you would have heard, but not as the character, that the patrols are getting longer.
Okay.
So.
Anyway. In case they didn't know, but if they knew, good. But they know.
Excuse me.
So, is there anything else I can try to do to help you all?
Time is it?
Late.
Alright.
I
just look at her. I ask her, like, what time is it? Late. Oh, okay.
Like, well, it's not like this is because again, you guys legitly from actual daylight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get 5 hours of actual daylight, 2 hours of like
Night flying.
yeah, of sun rising and sun setting, and then the rest is just pure fucking darkness.
Should we put
So-
a teleportation spot here?
So
I
like
should put one in
We
Gale.
can.
for you guys, just out of
I
clarification,
mean, he can
so
override the cube, right? So
at 3 to 4 o'clock is when the sun is already setting. Like 4 o'clock is the most
mean-
like the sun
I mean,
is
I live in
gone.
Scandinavia. I know what it feels like.
Yeah, so it's darkness for a long time.
Yeah, I know what it feels like.
So
It's not fun.
We-
It's like you wake up, it's dark. You go to sleep. You get home from work and it's dark. It's like
yeah.
yes.
So do you guys accept their offer?
These people seem nice.
Yeah.
Do they have a teleportation circle to Ellis?
They do.
They do.
Oh, they do. They only don't have it to Gil.
Okay. Here we might pop up there and pop back, maybe?
I think going to that city right now is unless you really, really badly want to talk to a dragon who's clearly out there to exploit you.
I mean, information is valuable, Clarence said, and we're kind of already giving out information. So if we can maybe trade information for a meeting, that might be useful.
Yeah. Might be.
You should ask. You should ask Paragon if he thinks it's worth talking to him.
You
Paragon
already
did.
did.
Paragon thought it was a crap dragon worth nothing.
Well,
thought
then there you go.
If any idea you had was worse, that is the worst idea to have.
Well,
to-
if let's say that is, if Paragon thinks it's a bad idea, then it's probably a bad idea.
What was Paragon's
You
wording?
you even asked
Paragon said a very greedy dragon. She can.
you even asked
She would not like her.
you even asked Glorung, and he's just like
I only
we're
deal with her 'cause
opposite.
I have
We're opposite, but yeah, like we will work together if necessary.
Yeah.
I think like
Yeah,
if the dragons are saying like, hey, this guy's a scumbag, then you probably should avoid the scumbag.
Yeah. Her and Azula are still kind of.
Let's put it like this: if you're trying to become a mental dragon, and you want to be good, what point is there listening to someone who's clearly not on that spectrum?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what does he have to
That's-
teach you other than, hey, this is how you're an asshole and greedy?
Yeah.
I mean, you can literally go to points to any of
Yeah.
any of this. Like, you can go to what's it called? Those people in Ares Gate that were like clearly criminals and shit, and talk to them about how to be greedy.
Yeah, those guys they suck.
Plus,
Anyway, they
didn't
offer
you
they
guys
offered
have-
for us
You
to
guys
stay.
had someone that lived. You had someone that lived there that was traveling with you.
Yeah, we'll probably see him at some point unless they got
Nick just
eaten by
complains
spiders.
about his ex all the time.
He
Sure.
clearly
Yeah.
fucked up himself. He clearly, or they clearly fucked up
I-
themselves, and then they were upset at people, even though they were completely right in saying
I
"fuck
don't
you."
know how much of that was like Eliset's fault and how much of that was. Just Nick's fault.
I think like 99% Nick's fault, 1% LSN.
Yeah.
Rephrase that: 99.9% Nick, 0.1% LSN.
He grew up in that environment, though. That tells you that's not
That's the 0.1%.
doesn't help with the.
I don't know. Honestly, I would give Elisette a little bit a bigger percentage.
Okay, 1%.
Anyways,
I think so.
so
Bigger.
if nothing else, what do you
At
guys
most
do
two.
as you guys have been
Two.
escorted a little bit deeper into the castle? Well, each of you have your own rooms as the night is getting late.
Hmm.
Anyone want to do something fun?
What is there fun to do?
I don't know. I don't have to be so mad. Ooh, No, just kidding.
They don't really
Pub
have hot
crawl?
springs here, like.
That was kind of nice. Should talk to Hot Spring Lady sometime.
I agree with that actually.
What, a hot spring? Here?
Hot Spring Lady,
Never mind.
They're talking
That's very
about
lady.
Gazareth.
the Steel Dragon. She's actually pretty nice once you get used to her, I suppose.
Yeah, in her own way.
I mean, last time I was there was pretty nice.
She
I think you sort of have
saw
to.
the world in a much more black and white way than I think most of the other dragons do.
If I,
Yeah, I think
even for me, I think she has to be the most. She's just like straight point.
Yeah, very candor.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, like, she was really nice because now we've proven
get
ourselves, right? Like, we've proven ourselves to her now, so I think, like, with her, we're chill.
Oh. Clarence,
Yeah,
how many more of those teleportation things do you have on your cube?
3.
3?
Yeah.
So we're gonna need to set one up in Gale when we get there,
Why are you in guild?
so we can get out.
I think one here seems.
No, here, because we just. But the problem is, remember that this thing, right? The portal stays.
That is true. Shit, I didn't
So-
think about that.
I think one here. That way, if we need to get out, we get out here.
Yeah, but the
Okay.
thing is, like,
Remember,
whenever
the
we use it
cube-
to run from people.
The cube is like teleportation circle, so you don't have to have a logo where you're at to leave. You can
Yeah,
do
exactly.
The only reason I was saying we should go to Gale because they don't have one connected to the others.
Yeah, for a reason, because Gale seems to be a fucking. Whereas, like, Alistair seems a hive of
Do we
villainy
even
and
know
scum.
if they have a circle, let alone one connected to the others.
I mean, even if they're not
Cruxburn-
connected, their circle is still there, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Their circle will be there regardless, even if other people have broken their connection, because they crossed out the
Well,
circle, right?
The way it sounded like, from what you guys described your conversation with the Queen, it sounds like they never established a circle to begin with Gale.
Yeah, but the other cities might have.
So probably
Like,
Alice might have. Alice and Gale might have one.
Regardless, it's like, let's put that, like, this city seems to be, how do you call it? Probably one of those cities is going to be the last bastion against the Fallen King, so it might be a smart idea to have a cube here.
Okay.
Cruxburn would be.
I was
plus
thinking
they
that-
seem pretty friendly with us,
Yeah.
I mean,
and my
it's
mom's
because,
here.
yeah, exactly. But it seems like this city is arguably one of the nicest cities we've been to.
By
I
far.
think you
Yeah.
can remove the word arguably.
Yeah.
I said by far.
I mean, I kind of like Slizzy, to be honest, as well. That's kind of nice.
Sissy's nice.
And Zeaton was nice too.
Was.
was.
Crispert also was. Crispert was also nice. I think
Was.
it's mostly Beaumont that was,
was.
you know, bit
Yeah.
God.
too
Stop
militant for my
saying was,
taste.
Carbu. We're-
Drawridge
I
on
mean-
the way down to the Golden Summit originally.
We've never been to
They had a
Drawridge.
nice donut shop. No, me and
Had-
Clarence passed through there.
Had a
on our way
nice
down.
donut shop. They probably don't have a donut shop to begin with anymore.
There's probably.
They don't
Yeah.
even have a drawridge anymore.
While I won't be editing this map like I did the last one, honestly, is there even a drawridge at this point?
Yeah, that's what I said. There's
Probably at
even
this
a-
point, not anymore.
No.
There's some, but there will always be the walls of corpses we left behind.
Is there any walls though?
um,
It's like maybe he got upset when he found like that we wiped out a bunch of his troops and he got upsetty.
I mean, the
You
corpse
can't
wall
and-
they
bring them
might
back.
still be there, but
Exactly, that's what I said. The corpse walls,
oh,
our
yeah.
corpse walls.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So what's the
But,
plan? We stay for a night and then leave in the morning, or
I mean, I kind of want to look
What?
at the shops here. I haven't been able to look
Yeah,
at the
you
shop in ages.
sword.
we could do that. Take a day
I'd like-
to do that.
My mom before we
I
leave. Well,
mean-
she actually invited us to come back to her tent.
Do you
If we even
want to
go
go back to their tent?
Probably.
You
do
can go
that.
there.
You guys can stay in the castle and get your brains eaten.
I mean, if my brain gets eaten, then at least we'll go out in a nice place.
I just meant Eighth being very sus about staying in the
Oh.
castle.
Eight is always suspicious about the wrong things. I think it's the
I'm
trait of eight.
suspicious about rats, and
I
Aiden
just don't want to make the same mistake as last time in the cave that we made.
What cave?
The ones where we got tied up and Clarence threw his underwear on top of me.
Oh, that one.
Was
That was not a
And-
cave. That was like an underground tunnel.
Tunnel.
Was that a
Face is as they
traumatizing
put a
event to
plate of
see
food down
Clarence
in front of him.
underwear on you?
That was scarring.
Feel it. I guess it's to
Yeah,
feel it,
you just
feel and
felt
smell it.
yeah.
Smell it.
It was awful. It was awful.
Heightened senses, right? Fun.
Yeah, it was the
But
worst.
we're having this conversation as they put a plate of food down in front of Aiden.
At least it's actual food.
It is. It's actually really good
Right
food.
after he
It's
just said he can't trust it.
for this particular night, which they asked if you guys, preferred anything or whatever, and I would say you guys just ask like whatever's normal or whatever you guys serve or whatever. And tonight is more of a deep, kind of like deep fish night, since they're
Hey, I like
since
fish.
they are based off the coast. They do occasionally go to the what is it called? The Sea
Fish-
of whatever the fuck that is.
Stout.
Stockton.
Stoughton?
Whatever I
think it's
named
pronounced
it. Uh,
Stockton.
and
If you have
pretty
to go by
much
English pronunciation.
crabs, lobster
British.
type things, big monster fish, monster type
Ah, just
creatures, like
like a home.
yeah, just a nice meals. Actually, really prepared pretty good too. Taste. You guys feel like if you
better than
left,
what
you would
they
never
served to us
taste
in
this
Eastbourne.
again.
Mm.
What do you mean
Guess we're just-
taste? I just swallow everything whole, shell and all.
It's still
I try my
really
spoon on
good.
certain things, see if
I don't think
the
you're
cinnamon adds flavor to it or not. I'm like, maybe not similar to this, maybe not similar to
No,
that.
no, it ruins it. You realize that
Uh.
they have a really nice perfect blend to like the spices that they use. That when you
Mm.
do it,
Put the cinnamon spoon away.
yeah, it like overpowers and like, oh god, no, why?
Yeah, now it's the worst meal you've ever had.
I mean, it really helps to make garbage food nice, but this food is just no. I put the spoon away again.
I will give
The
you
spoon has
5
been a
gold for
life.
that
The spoon
spoon.
has been a life. This spoon has been a lifesaver. I just want to point that out.
Keith is just over here like, let me borrow your spoon one time.
No, it's my
and I'll
spoon.
pay you."
Guess I got to find one of those in Cruxburn shops.
It's my spoon.
I'm gonna go see my mom. You guys can stay in the castle.
Yeah, don't tell her you died again.
Wasn't planning on it.
Good. Have fun.
Okay.
Don't stay up too late.
What?
You too.
You too.
I'm an elf. All I do is stay up late.
At least, yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Have fun.
Don't cause too much trouble.
Or do.
Don't.
Or do.
I swear.
As he's already out the door, I just keep saying or do.
You cast a message like, or do. Don't you have a message?
Strip club.
I have earrings, yeah.
You'll be like, or do.
You really want to go now?
Why not? What is the worst thing that could possibly happen?
Don't say that.
I'm
Why'd
just
you say
saying.
that?
I'm just
Why
saying.
would you say that? Why
would
would
I?
you say that?
Why would
You don't
I?
put that out there. You don't
Why
put that
not?
out there.
What's the worst thing that could happen?
Oh,
I hold up a glass of water and I whisper to it, "Drown it."
yeah.
I just like see if anything happens. Ah, shit.
Fine.
You have her roll divine intervention.
I'll roll
Oh,
D100.
Jesus Christ.
If I roll a 1, I get it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Never
Aw.
mind.
Alright, let's see if Elise and X want to go with.
Go
Where are we going?
Go on, Clarence. Where are we going? See if we can find a club or something to go to.
I'm gonna actually stay here and meditate some. I'll be in my room.
Mm.
Kind of just starts to walk out. The voice just. I actually am going back to try to speak to Glorung and see if there's any additional information we can maybe use. Plus, to check on Lunaris.
I look at the voice. From what it sounds like, this dragon is the heroic kind. Try to make clear to him that if the fallen king comes here, that he should not give up his spirit to him. For obvious reasons.
I will do. And she heads off.
But if you guys want to go out in town and have fun, you can go do that. I'm gonna go draw shit. I haven't had time to draw stuff in a long time. Or well,
You're gonna
in
be
peace
doing
and
the
quiet.
walk of shame again.
In peace and quiet, at least.
Alright.
But
I'll
you
leave
two
the
can have
shield.
a guys' night out. Have fun.
Is it alright if I leave the shield with you then?
Sure,
Do it.
I'll take it.
Attune to it. Steal it.
No,
from
no,
it. It's your shield now.
no, I don't want it.
Alright, I'll leave the shield and the
Dragons
sunblade
have
with
a
her.
sword from
Okay.
Texas.
Okay.
I just don't want to risk it getting taken.
Yeah, sure.
Given my luck.
What exactly are you planning to do?
I don't know what they're planning to do, but I'll keep the sword and the shield with me.
Alright, Clarence, let's go out drinking then.
Watch him lose his glasses.
Alcohol.
So, as everybody kind of
Yeah.
goes, does their respective things. Gerber, anything specific?
I'll just go with her to wherever tent she's staying in. Keep trying to offer to like make her a better bed or pretty much anything I could do to try and make her life more comfortable here.
She takes you, of course, I mean, it's not a home or anything. The tent kind of serves the function of at least some sort of privacy, sleeping and changing what little bit of personal items that people may have brought. But she's honestly fine. The cot that she sleeps on, it's not big per se, but she kind of explains like it's fine. They made it comfy for all of us. In this way, in case if we ever have to move, like it's not heavy as well that it would take forever to move like all of these people's stuff. So she's like, fine, leave it. Don't touch it.
I still have the other big.
I was gonna say, Garvu just goes to work on it, makes it 100 gold worth of a cod.
Who has the other bag of holding that only holds 6 items?
Nick, I think, does.
Dang it, Nick.
Let me look. I'm pretty sure Nick does.
The voice, she goes and pretty much continues her conversation with the two dragons.
Yeah, Nick does.
Dang it.
X pretty much pulls out his sword and just kind of sits and meditates with it.
Not only are all of Nick's problems 99% his fault, everybody else's problems are like 99% Nick's fault.
At
Don't
least
put that blame on me.
Not on
Well,
not on
your
Aid, it's on Nick.
your room, because every room is like slightly moved away, different levels and floors and stuff like that, just kind of where they had the space. Yours doesn't have an opening, and so you kind of pull out like a lot of your books and kind of go back over old drawings and kind of almost like, I would say if you're doing like a map, you're kind of like redoing it, making it look better of the celestial. For Aeth and Clarence, you guys go out attempting to go get hammered. But you guys go to a tavern, able to get a few drinks, but they pretty much cut you off extremely early, as they're like, when it gets late, we try not to have too many drunkards leaving.
What? What is the point of a bar if you can't get drunk there?
It's called having a peaceful environment. While we do serve you alcohol, we don't want you leaving in the middle of the night drunk, pass out on the road.
Well, can we buy like a big thing of alcohol to take to the place where we're going to sleep and then drink it there so as to not inconvenience anyone with our drunkenness?
Where are you staying at?
I don't know where we're staying.
We're staying at the
Castle.
castle.
Yeah, we're staying at the castle.
Oh,
We are guests of the the
Queen.
higher ups. Yeah.
that's going to be a no-go. They have
What do
a...
What?
They kind of have like a strict policy about alcohol. They don't want like... If you want
Found
some
ourselves in this
wine or something, you would have to talk to like their chefs, but like...
Are you like a wuss? Are you like scared? Because I'll just give money to give us this stuff, and we won't rat you out. Like we don't care, bro. Like
Let's just try the other tavern,
no,
Claire.
no, that's fine. It's fine.
It's not...
Hey,
It's not
I'll
that.
give you 10
It's...
gold. Hold on. I'll give you 10 gold to literally just give me alcohol, and then I'll leave, and then we don't have to talk about it.
No.
Okay. 15 gold.
I feel like the penalty of doing this is going to cost more than the actual gold that you're giving them.
The problem is not me or this bar or tavern. The problem is if you get discovered, let's say you do, you pay me, I give you what you want, and you leave. You don't even have to tell where you got it. A lot of us would get punished for it.
I feel like you're like the kid in class who would like rat somebody out even though it doesn't hurt anybody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like for some reason I accidentally knocked something at the teacher's off their desk and you told her on purpose just because you could, not because you had to.
Look,
I get it, but this,
I understand
is there
that.
anything fun to do at night here?
Depends on what you think is fun and what
Well,
to do.
Well, what do you do? I've literally any ideas.
Some
Like, what-
people like midnight strolling.
Oh my! You just say take a fucking walk? Did you just with like change the words of take a fucking walk to midnight stroll?
Meanwhile, Garbu
Did
and
you
his
just-
mom are just playing like
You can
Uno
make an
Enter
insight
10.
check for me.
That's their version of fun.
Me?
No,
Or him.
Claret.
This is not gonna be good. Oh, it's a.
He-
That's not bad.
He
Wow.
politely told you to go take a walk.
Let's,
Do we? Are we
let's-
not like very imposing figures? Like I
not really.
don't. Like, I
Look,
feel like we should radiate some sort of dark aura that of death.
No,
We've
we
killed
we really
thousands of
shouldn't.
things.
bless you, by the way.
Thank you.
Look,
We don't have to do this. Let's just.
my thing is this.
Try a different tavern.
All right, you're
Too
more
bad
than
you don't
welcome to
have
go
somebody who
try.
can just create alcohol.
But they're
by
all
speaking
going
into
to
a
tell you
jar.
the same thing. Be my guest. I don't care. I'm trying to tell you the rules of this place. Other cities, you might be able to get a drink at whenever you want. Here, they have rules.
Dang it!
What was that for?
I was gonna see if I remembered that he had a jar that I talked to for alcohol, but I didn't remember.
I'm going to say not
I remembered poorly.
not only do you remember poorly,
Or wait.
you forgot what
wait.
you were arguing about.
Why are we here?
Pretty
Let's
sure.
just fucking go. These guys are losers.
You all have a great night.
And then he'll
You-
do the
you as
L
well.
thing, and he'll be like, "Nerd, freaking nerd, dude." L
I will
for
give him-
love.
I'll give him like 5 gold. As like, sorry about that.
Double birds
He
out the
actually
door,
kind of like
baby.
pushes like, it's fine. We get this more often than what you think. Just take it.
Oh.
Y'all have a nice night.
I'm calling my lawyer. This is racism.
You don't have a lawyer, and
How
and
do
if
you
did,
know?
As you guys walk out, you actually hear click as the door locks.
Great, you got us kicked out of another bar. God.
Me? That was you.
Well,
Let's
if
just try a
would
different one.
All right, yeah, let's do that.
You
Next bar.
guys, there's not that many people around, but when you do find this other place and you kind of go to try it, the door's locked.
Oh my God, we're
God.
surrounded by pussies.
I also found this.
Hold on. Maybe we could make our own alcohol.
That is a horrible idea.
What do you
in the
mean
bag
it's a
of
horrible
holding,
idea?
Finds 2
I'm
bottles of
blind
wine.
and you're a robot. This is not going to end well.
I am not a robot.
You
Okay.
just
Too bad
you
guys
said
don't
you
have
were.
a jar that generates
No,
ale or
I
2
don't
wine
think you
bottles.
understand microbiology. Anyway, we could
I really don't.
just get some
I'm a farm
fruit
kid.
and some sugar in a jar and some water, and we'll burp it like once a week, and that's literally how you make all alcohol.
You know, we could just use the jar thing that the bowl thing that Garbu has.
I don't know what you're even talking about. Did you
He
make
has-
that up?
No, he has a bowl that magically creates liquid in it.
That's made up. That's not a thing.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's obvious. Come on, man. I'm a scientist. You can't fake this stuff with me.
Because
It's
the
magic.
way you're saying it, Aeth, I actually want you to make a deception check. It is not a bowl.
Well, I don't know
Fine,
anyway. I'm gonna
I
play
know,
like
but
I'll do
I
it.
know, but he keeps referencing it as a bowl. It's not a bowl. I just want a deception. Okay.
27.
Do I have to? I
No,
can't
you don't
roll
have. You
that
don't.
high.
You don't
Yeah,
have to now.
I'll just believe him
It-
that it's a bowl.
He believes it's a bowl too.
Also a bag of holding, just full to the brim.
Alcohol. Let's go look at your bowl, you freaking weirdo.
I don't have it. Garbu has it.
I don't want to hang with him. Mom's not gonna let me get drunk.
So-
I don't got anything on me.
Can we break
see.
into somebody's house? Aren't you like sneaky?
No, absolutely not. We're not breaking into anybody's house.
Hear me out. 8th has dimension door.
Yeah, you're like a freaking like spell guy. Just do spells and steal shit.
I can do 2 spells.
Okay.
I can get in, and then get out.
Okay.
After that,
I'll make a
nothing else.
distraction. I'll make a
No, we're not.
distraction.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Are you scared?
If I say yes, will you still consider it?
Yes.
No, let's just go back to the castle. I was hoping
How
we
about
would.
we roll for it?
What the hell are we rolling for?
Well, we'll just roll for it. Whoever rolls higher will go with their idea.
Are you
I was just gonna go to.
roll
I was
dice
just gonna go back to the castle in general.
We could just steal some castle or non-castle alcohol. Ooh, could we steal castle alcohol?
No, probably not.
I still think you're underestimating how powerful you are, but again, we literally.
I got responsibilities now. I gotta be a champion apparently.
It's too bad that you didn't find yourself with a Zoe who could just easily be intimidated into doing whatever you told them to.
Actually, can I try to roll to persuade him to do it?
Disadvantage, sure.
Oh fuck yeah! I live for disadvantage. I live for it, baby.
Wow.
it.
So, Aeth, I'll let you decide on what if you want to try to fight against this. I guess you can make your insight or just whatever you think is best, and depending on what it is, if you have to explain why, but or just wisdom, like a wisdom check, you just straight up like intelligence.
I can't do wisdom because
or intelligence
wisdom's
as
only
well.
a +1.
You could try to overtalk.
Intelligence. Look, how about this? When we get to Gale, since Gale sounds like a shithole,
Yep.
they're probably gonna let us drink more and let us do more shit to get away with.
Yep.
And the booze will probably be cheaper there because you're gonna have it's such a shithole. People are probably just they don't really care. So why don't we just wait till we get to Gale, get fucking hammered there, and then if they decide to cut us off, then we just go to the other tavern and fuck shit up and then just keep drinking.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I did not listen to what you said.
How about we just save this for Gale?
Whatever. Can we just go beat something up or something then? Or do you
What
want
are
to
we gonna
fight?
beat up? Why would...
Are the two of them about to fight and go to jail?
I'm not fighting you.
There's nothing fun to do. We should play a prank on somebody.
You... A prank? On who?
Yeah, we should play a prank on somebody. We can't. Garbage too easy. We should get X.
That is a horrible idea. I do not
Why?
want to...
Do you think I'm stupid?
With this idea? Yes.
Do you? No, that's not. Do you think I'm stupid?
Right now?
Yeah.
I feel like you're just trying to find something to punch or hit.
No, I don't want to hit X. I just want to break into his things and change his names on his personal documents to Dwayne. That's all I want to do.
It's
Look, I'm
already
blind, and I can see that's a bad idea.
Yes, it's a very bad idea, but it would be fun.
You do realize what he will do if he finds out it was either you or me.
That's the thing is, he just doesn't find out. We blame Garbu.
Garbu would
Yeah.
think of this.
I know, that's the best part.
We'll have this
That
together.
is not the best part, because then he would realize if Garbu didn't even think of doing that,
Fine. Can we just do
Next.
rat stuff to Garbu? It's easier and more simple.
he's with his mother.
Well, when he goes to bed, he's not going to sleep with his mom. What are you? You're a freak.
Not what I meant. The last time we brought rats, you've seen any sort of rats, he used spirit guardians.
Oh, yeah. Well, just keep him away from, like, peasants.
And he's in a refugee camp with a bunch of peasants. Or refugees, you could call them.
You are really killing my buzz tonight. I'm not going to lie.
Well, I didn't expect them to have a drink limit for us either.
Yeah, me either. Let's just go back and, like, we'll just play cards or something boring.
Sure.
Yeah. Do
Alright.
they have, like, good candy there?
Ow.
I want candy.
Never mind. So,
What does that say?
I don't know.
so everybody,
Because they did not love it.
everybody,
Yes.
heads back to,
I think it's about Joseph.
Is that your handwriting?
oh
No,
god.
that's not mine. That's just a Google result. But I think it's slightly better than my handwriting.
Alright, so anyways, so I would assume everybody does go back to their own rooms and rest up for the night, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I'll stay at my mom's tent and just sleep in a bedroll on the floor.
Okay. So,
It's nice to be
as
close.
as it is quiet throughout the halls, some of you heavy sleeping, some of you probably doodling away, some just kind of happy of a reconnection. Faith.
Yet. Yes.
Because you did go out drinking, just make a general passive check for me.
Perception check?
Yeah,
Your sister,
passive,
you saw your
whatever.
sister in the crowd, but you didn't realize it till out later.
7.
Fucking two.
So,
You saw nothing.
as you're asleep, you kind of
Elise
get
opens the door.
violently shaked, and you slowly come to excellent, and he's like, "Wake up, you motherfucker! Wake up!"
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Oh my god. Did you go out drinking? Did you? Oh, you. Oh my god, you son of a bitch! Get the fuck up.
Sorry.
Get your shit on right the fuck now.
Okay.
As we will, I want to change to this and take that off. As we don't have a lot of time. I have no idea about your comrades. I just found this out. You need to get your shit. And you have a choice. As you're quickly trying to put some of your stuff on and kind of like still slightly headachy and daisy. You can either flee now with your shield. Or you can attempt to go rescue and maybe die to get your friends.
Which friend?
I don't know. All of them maybe. If they're not dead.
Oh, I should probably. I'm not gonna leave them behind.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Might be hope for you yet. Alright, look. Go ahead and give me the shield. I'm going to pretend as though I have captured you. If your friends are still alive, they'll be in the throne room. If not, they might be dead.
What's happening?
Simply put, the queen is not the queen. That I just found out, and I have to play along, or I might be probably in the same situation as fucking you. Alright, we don't have a lot of time, and you can hear clanging sounds of footsteps as they're coming out in the hallway. Yes or no?
Fine.
Alright. Quickly takes a hold of the shield and kind of like grabs a hold of it. Has you kind of like your arms behind you. And quickly kind of like cuffed you as he does whisper to you that they are not locked. So if you have to break free, you can easily break free. But he opens the door as there's multiple guards. And he's like, "At ease, soldiers. I have it. What about the rest?" As we go to Elise. Some point during the night, you hear kind of like a knocking sound. Very gentle at first. What do you do?
He's just like, who there?
Just one of the guards. We're just checking up, making sure you're fine.
Everything good? Everything's good. You can leave.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Elise, are you... Do you just kind of go back to your doodles? Do you just kind of pay no attention?
I mean, it's like, I've not met the game right now, but it's like, why the fuck would they come and ask me if I'm doing okay? It's like, this is never, people don't do this. It's like when we stayed at Slit City, no one said that to us. Like when I stayed at Cruxburn, people didn't randomly go around checking people's doors. So I'm a little bit sus, but not to the point where I'm like on high alert. I'm just like half alert, right? I'm more like a bit like,
Okay. Just make a perception check based off of
No, you-
hearing.
You know what it's like.
I
right?
know what it's like.
21, even with an 8.
Dang, that's a low roll for you.
So you...
No.
I'm
you're
positive
kinda-
today. I'm positive today. Let me fucking use it. 24.
4! Hola!
You kind of like... That's like what you're
You know,
saying.
it's
That's
better
just
than
awkward.
24.
That's weird.
25.
But as you kind of like hesitating a little bit and kind of like about to go back to your
Like,
drawing, you kind of like understand. I don't hear them walking away.
Oh.
And then next thing you know, you hear like a clicking sound as you look over and you notice the door that you've locked like is unlocked, like it's unlocking, as there are now.
As it's unlocking, I get up my shit, throw it in the bag, and I will shapeshift into a little spider and like crawl away in the corner.
Okay. So, as that happens, make just a dexterity of speed versus what they're doing. I'm gonna
Okay,
roll
I'll
a d20.
Should I just roll dexterity?
Yeah.
Straight dexterity. Okay. 4 plus
Shit.
1.
5.
Okay. So
Got it.
they
They fully watch you turn into a spider.
they bust into the room as you kind of like are starting the process of sliding all your stuff, like trying to get it all in the bag. Some of it is falling away, some of it's falling on the floor, some of it you get in your bag.
As long as I get the book in the bag, everything else like whatever.
Okay, and as you like try to quickly go and shift, they're like rush to you, but you've transformed into your spider. They're honestly just going to quickly like do the river dance pretty much. And
I
just-
stomp on you.
yeah.
Oh
So
my god.
we'll do this.
I mean, the thing is, Joseph, how bad do you want it to go? It's like, how bad do you want it to go for them?
Half the castle just explodes.
You're playing it the way it is. It is
Okay.
up to your choice on how things go.
I'm trying to just get the fuck out of there. I'm like literally just
So
spider lining, get the fuck out of there.
Flying snakes don't take opportunity attacks.
we're going to
Good
do.
god.
You'd have to have seen one.
We'll do
Too bad you don't
a
live on there.
spider's dexterity versus theirs. Just for me, I'm just rolling a d20. So
What's fine? Where are we at? Oh, it's the same as mine. That's good.
okay.
I'll just
So
12
12.
and plus 4,
16.
16.
The first one is a 9. So you're mad dashing through them all, just constantly going.
Oh shit, there it goes, there it goes!
Do it again for me.
Get
They
it!
jump on one's leg and they forget that they're trying to kill the spider and like freak
13.
out.
I'll
You
leave it
guys
at
on
13.
me! Get it off,
That
get it
is
off,
a
get it off!
16.
Hey.
As one of them like manages to like stomp on you.
Okay, then I turn to myself. I look at them, guys.
There's more flooding into this room.
As I said, I'm sorry. This is gonna hurt.
Stone shape
I
will pour
sla-
out
I-
from underneath you.
I did have stone shape prepared. But before I do that, I will slam the staff on the ground and I will blow them on all directions. I will use the thunderclap thing. I will use the. Should I use the big one or the little one? I'll
Both
use the
make
little one.
noise.
Yeah. Or should I not do that? No.
You have erupting earth. It'll destroy the floor below you as well.
It's a 6th level, isn't it?
I think it's third.
Is it?
I'm
Oh.
not talking about earthquake. I'm talking about.
Oh,
I'm just
yeah,
looking.
that's
I'm
right.
just looking at the spell specific. Sorry.
I think erupting earth will destroy floors.
So how are they? How is everyone around me? Because I need to sort of get the idea of how people are around before I do what I do.
I mean, like the room's flooding with guards.
Yeah. But I'm like, how is my personal situation right now? Like, how many guards are with me?
Of just in this room alone, we're at least reaching. We're probably going
He's trying
around
to kinda-
7 or 8 that are like was going into the room.
Mm.
And so when you kind of popped up, you were like in the middle of them.
Mm.
And so that's just
Alright.
that's just in the room.
Mm. So these guards, they probably aren't that smart. They're guards, right? How much would they know about this? I'm gonna attempt it. Elijah's gonna stand there and like looks at them and say and wave and go. I'm gonna cast Melt into Stone and literally just sink into the ground.
Oh shit, he just sunk into the stone!
you
Uh,
you kind of go like you as like they're all like reaching for you, just kind of wave, and you just feel their hands grabbing on you, and you're like, wait, my thing should have went off, and you feel them like now rushing, like grabbing you, throwing you to the floor, and like as your face hits the floor, you look, you see a spell that's already went off as one of them counterspelled you.
I mean, they have to roll for it.
Motherfucker.
Let's see. That's
Uh-oh.
what level is your?
I would have. I was ready for you. I should have mentioned it, but I was ready for you, and I cast at 5th level,
Okay,
so it's a
they,
15.
they rolled an 18.
Yeah, then they pass.
Damn.
Because I can,
You'll have to kill some bees.
I can even show.
Yeah, I don't know. I believe it.
So, as that's happening, Clarence,
What?
just make a Constitution check
He was poisoned.
with disadvantage. No, well, he kind of poisoned himself with the alcohol.
He's passed out too.
11.
Okay.
11.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. Not do that. What do you even do this? Okay. So, Clarence, you start to kind of like wake up already being cuffed. You kind of wake up on the floor as they knocked on your door. They didn't hear anything. You didn't hear anything. They quietly unlocked the door, opened it, and just immediately started arresting you and handcuffing you.
If they come in my door and they try to like attack me, I'm just gonna immediately start going.
Well,
Damn.
they
I think you know that's true.
what?
If they're trying to like take me down, I'm gonna try to fight.
Well, I mean, you can fight. The thing is,
Oh,
you were waking up to already being handcuffed.
Yeah, you
Okay.
already have the cuffs on your hands pretty much.
sure.
You were too drunk.
Then I will struggle as much as I can.
Easy enough. Garber.
Uh-huh.
He was in the COD.
I'm all
He
the
was
way out in
intense.
the refugee camp.
I feel. How do you consider yourself alert?
Yeah.
I mean, he has about the same passive perception as me, just a bit
High
lower.
perception.
I mean, true, but like, are you being on alert, sleeping next to your mom? Or are you just
No, I'm probably on alert because I know we're outside the city walls. There's Risen attacking other cities, and my friends aren't out here with me where we would kind of watch each other's backs.
okay? And what's your passive?
Like 20 almost. What is it? Let me see.
19 or 20, I thought, yeah.
19.
Okay.
19?
So, kind of like the sound of footsteps that sounds off, and you're like kind of woken up a little, and you're just kind of assessing the tent that you're in. Looks fine, right? And you hear the running. It kind of gets close, and then it stops, and you're just
Can I guess, insight that?
sure. I think it would be easy because of the fact that it is extremely late. People probably shouldn't be sleeping. Yeah, people shouldn't be sleeping. This sounds more, I guess you would say something bigger, if you will. Like, not as in, like, in size, but like, Is there a
What is the
situation?
floor of the tent made of?
Like, kind of like ruggish carpet in the ground,
And below that's dirt or
Yeah.
like rock or.
like dirt, mud.
Let me read the description of the spell real quick. I would know how my spells work. Stone object. Yeah, so that wouldn't work. Probably don't have time for that. How do I get my cantrips to show back up? Never mind.
You have to put them on
No.
always prepared.
You know what? I'll say a prayer. Because the ground is not stone, so that wouldn't work. So, aside from killing some folks, I don't know how to get out of this. Like, Dear Platinum Dragon, I don't know what's happening outside, but if you can deliver us from this trouble, it'd be greatly appreciated. Or Paragon, because you're my main contact. Thanks, G.
Thanks, G.
Yeah, absolute loser.
8. That is below my level, DM.
Oh, it works!
That is fucking below my level.
It
No.
works!
Oh
You need
my
to
God. Swear.
Are you a god? He's a dragon now. He's a dragon
I've
now.
never seen it
He's a
actually
dragon
work.
now.
So, any cleric spell that you think would fit my please get us out of trouble.
I've never seen this actually fucking work.
Oh, yeah.
He's a god. DM's real mad.
Divine
This is all because
intervention.
the floor wasn't stone. You could have just given me a stone floor and it would have been fine.
I've
That's
never seen it
fucking
work. What the fuck?
wild.
I mean, if at any
And-
point you need a divine intervention, is right fucking now.
And I just want to. What was it again that you stated as you cast this?
It was essentially, if you can get us out of this, G. Thanks, G.
I
Thanks,
think
That
thanks,
was like
the thanks
Platinum
G is what pushed it over the
Dragon or
edge. That's what
Paragon.
pushed it over the edge.
Thanks, G.
Thanks, fellow youth.
I just instantly am teleported to where Paragon is, and I'm like,
I'm just looking at the cleric spells right now. There's some fun ones in there.
I can't use this again for 7 days, so that means I can't use it until the 11th.
I want you to do me a favor.
Holy Aura.
I want to see how bad or how epic I can make this.
Just incinerates all the guards.
All right.
I didn't think that would actually work. I thought this
No,
is
of
what
course.
made
It's a
Arbor
fucking
Praise.
1 in 10 chance, dude, that it works.
I was like, this isn't gonna work, and then I'm gonna try and stone shape dirt and be like, that doesn't work, and then I'm just gonna have to kill some guards.
I want you to. So you cast this prayer, right? As you of course stated, the Platinum Dragon or Paragon. Are those two the main source, like, of your thoughts? Does the other two even come close to your thoughts when you kind of think about this?
I would say Paragon's kind of my main source of my thoughts, not even as much the Platinum Dragon because of the fact that she's sort of stepping into that role.
Okay. So
I'd say
then,
the other two are auxiliaries at the best.
okay, good. Kind of makes it a little bit easier. So, okay, now I'm going to ask you this. Roll me another D100, but before you roll, if
Oh.
you again get under your level, I will give you something insane. If it is above,
Dragon.
then I know what will happen.
Believe
Belief.
It's a 4.
you have an inspiration as well.
5.
It doesn't
5.
work on
No.
that.
Dang it, Bernie.
Oh,
Okay.
It's
Like,
low though.
It was low, too.
It is
That's the
low,
worst part.
but you know
It
what?
wasn't below my level again.
I want to see an advantage on it. I really just want to see an all-out.
Come on.
Come on.
Do
One
it.
more.
Don't F me. get
You
it
could
right.
do this.
Oh.
Okay.
God
Okay.
damn
Looks
it.
like it's
Alright.
50.
So you feel as though, as you stated, you're reaching out to almost more of Paragon than you are the Platinum Dragon. And it's, as you've rationed, over time, not just in this second, but over time rationed, that she is the one who's answered a lot of calls. She's the one who's been technically trying to guide you, and with more conversations with her. And of course, just recent historical events that you've seen that's kind of like conflicting in a way. As you close your eyes and you cast this, and you're hoping that something works, hoping that something, and you feel like a connection. When you open your eyes again, you're still in the tent. There's still this kind of carpetish rug underneath you. You don't hear anything happening. What do?
Is Maud still there?
Yeah, she's asleep next to you. Or, just slightly next to you, since you probably got up a little bit.
I'll look outside the tent, I guess.
You look to a very well-lit room. This chamber, pretty big, as you kind of like get out a little bit, and you can see both Lunaris and Glurug kind of looking at you. Both in their dragon forms, that they're just kind of like looking at you confused as Glurung speaks. What is going on?
Something's happening. A lot of armored footsteps outside my tent, and then I prayed to Paragon, the Platinum Dragon-ish, and I'm here.
You prayed and got teleported to my chambers.
Yes.
I guess I'll bite. What do you mean something's going on?
A lot of footsteps, guards outside the tent, I'm assuming.
Was there something
something
going
fishy.
on?
I was asleep, and I heard them coming.
Are you used to hearing a lot of footsteps and just casting spells?
No. Not in this way. I'm used to casting spells as a reaction to things, but normally not to a bunch of guards running outside my tent. And it wasn't a spell, it was a prayer.
Closes his eyes and breathes. Aeth,
Yes.
as you're being escorted by Excellent, and he's escorting you down the halls, and you can see he kind of paused for a second. And as he states, that's pretty fucking convenient. Could you keep him there? And then it just kind of like got quiet, and he's, well, that solves one. Keeps going.
Hmm. Is there guards with him and I, or is it just him and me?
He's been there's yes and no. They're trying to follow, and he keeps trying to lure that, like, tell them to go off, go find the others. One does come up and kind of reports that the elf and goblin has been captured.
I just want to point out that I still had more things to do, but you sort of went to someone else and didn't want to like do things.
We're gonna keep going, but
because I have more stuff up my sleeve.
I know I'm not ending it there, but it's kind of like an instant, and it takes a bit because again you all are on different levels, and it's like quick messaging. But anyways, he's just, thank you for the report. Now go find the little kobold thing. And takes off, and he's just, fuck. Alright, they got 2 of them. And he's kind of whispering this to you, and he's like, they got 2 of them, but the little one, the kobold, is with Glorug, so he's fine.
What about X and voice?
Holton.
Don't fucking know. And honestly, the way he looks, probably we'll find out here in a second.
This guy is fucking fucked up.
Elise.
X has probably just killed half of the guards, I just want to say.
Yeah.
Half? That's very generous to those guards.
Elise,
Well, the other half were attacking Elise and Clarence.
Have already been escorted. You're going down the hall now. So we're saying a minute or two's kind of like gone by. Because again, kind of got to... I have to do this while all of this is happening like at the same time.
Yeah, where's the spellcast asshole at?
He is... Technically, he would be behind you, but he's very close as he's like...
That's fine.
He's doing his job. He knows that you are a spellcaster. He's trying to make sure, obviously, you don't do anything they don't want you to do. Right, and you have 2 guards beside you, holding you, grappling you, pushing you.
Fella.
To, like, almost like a decent amount in the front and a decent amount behind. So they've tried to have somewhat come prepared in your capture.
All right. Yeah, this is gonna, I don't know, because that's the fun thing with shapeshifting, right? You can, I can still shapeshift my way out of here. Just what order do I want to do things in? I need to check something real quick. Alright. Okay. So how are they holding me exactly? Do they have me in shackles?
Yes.
Alright, very good.
Just, obviously, just the hands. Well, I'm like, it's not like, oh, we shackled you in like 10,000 ways in one. They're just trying to quickly, again, in this scenario, if you picture it, like, roughly push you so it's hard for you to, like, be able to try to focus on if you did try to cast something, and of course if you did, they got something for that, and of course a legion guiding you to wherever you are being taken to.
I'm just waiting until we get past the window.
I will tell you this, where you guys went to, and you know you're kind of following the same path, there is no window. This is more of the inner chamber of the castle type thing.
That's fine. If there's like a a split off? Because I imagine there's a split off at some point, right?
Those occasionally
that-
do come
like-
up, yes.
Yeah. So I am waiting until I'm essentially like I am in the middle of the split off. So there's these two guys next to me, and like the soldiers are in front of me. They are essentially past the split off. The guys are behind me past split. Then I will shapeshift and instantly try to dash in towards the into the side area.
What do you shapeshift into?
A dire wolf.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Like a wolf, but dire.
Yeah, that's a bigger wolf. And I'm just literally gonna bolt as fast as I can because the dire wolves have a movement speed of 50 feet.
Use a strength check for the dire wolf.
All right.
I'll even.
How much strength do you guys have?
I'll probably. Yeah. I think
too bad.
advantage sounds good as well because the fact. Assuming they were more bigger in terms of like aren't lit.
Dire wolf is a large beast.
Yeah, so I would say it helps. So a strength check with advantage.
All right. Your strength is a +3.
Oh, I heard the side. I thought it was.
So 16. I think this might be a good use for this last one. 17 then.
Okay. I think that would beat that as you. It's so weird. As you kind of like shove one against the wall, and as the other one kind of goes to like retaliate in shoving you, you start this transformation kind of like rolling over. And as you do, your whole body like dislocates itself in a way. And the cuffs almost just kind of slightly come to a point where as you go into this transformation, as your arms behind you are coming over to be your legs, it just kind of like breaks off of you. And you just dart as some of them just like caught off guard and quickly try to go over, make a... Oh no, as a direwolf, I don't think that would work. And they wouldn't
The whole
have...
person doesn't work on a direwolf
I
because
know,
it's not a
yeah,
humanoid.
it wouldn't do that, and...
That's why I didn't try to do anything as a human. I'm gonna try to do something as a beast.
I don't think they would have that. Well, they're...
I think would they
No.
know? They think they know that I'm a spellcaster.
Spell
They know
that
you're...
can charm beasts.
Yeah.
No, that wouldn't be up there. This is... They were prepared... They know magical means, not of necessarily what kind, and so they were prepared more for shenanigans,
I hate
but...
to be the ones who had surrounded Garbu's tent. And
I
then
think
the whole tent
if
just
they know
vaporized in
her
front of
and they
them.
know her family, could they? I think they would have assumed a form of wizardry. If her family name spread to this part of the world.
Well, if...
Regardless, I don't really
I
care. You
would-
already made up your mind.
The thing is,
mean-
it's like, I would say yes, if you've told them who you are pretty much, and maybe in a very brief conversation that we obviously didn't have, your mother actually came here to help them with something. So they were very aware of who your family is.
Exactly. So they would assume wizard bullshit. But
Yes.
oh wait, this is the one that's not wizard bullshit.
And so you shift into a beast and just bolt.
Book it. I just run.
Easy enough. Just make a... You can give me a... I would say either a survival or a insight.
Do the same roll for me. Which one would you want me to do? Because I did the same exact for me.
I would, as a direwolf form-ish, and I know you don't have to use their stats. I would almost say the survival, because the instincts and the idea is you're trying to figure out how to get out, especially when you're going paths that you obviously never took. You don't know the layouts, and so
Sure. 11.
okay. with a couple of weird turns, kind of running into guards in some places, you're still running. So you're on the run through the Castle Clarence.
Yep.
What are you doing, right? They're same scenario. You're in a hall being escorted, roughly. Now, obviously, you are just kind of coming into the, like, you're still groggy. You're still waking up from this. Lights kind of like blurring you in a little bit of here and there, but you know what is happening is you're being taken against your will.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm kind of like me.
I would say you're still struggling here and there.
Perfect state of mind to pretend to be a drunk person.
Whatever.
Mhm.
I can't do anything.
Okay.
I'll just keep struggling.
I think with that, especially, I don't want to keep pushing past anyways. You guys think, in this current situation, one is currently fleeing, one is hidden, unknown about X, one is willfully trying to help the disguise, and one is obviously captured, right? Captured for Clarence, fleeing for the Dire, at least. In safe haven, pretty much, at this time moment, without knowing too much for Garbu. Willfully helping the disguise for Aeth, and who knows of X. Think about what's going to happen next time, your plans, and the situations that might come up, as we will definitely end it for tonight. So, thank you everybody for coming out and joining us. We'll see if they all get out, if they all get captured and tortured and stabbed very painfully and slowly, or they just go on their merry band way. Nevertheless, thank you all. Hope you have a wonderful night. As always, have a good... Wait. I already forgot. Hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful night, and we'll catch you later. Bye.